morning, people. It's our favourite day here on TDA. Well, I've lost the plot. It's Friday, the 9th of December. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. You guys already know the vibes. Unfortunately for you, it's not just Jean and I this lovely Friday. I guess the guys the guys are stepping their pussy game up.
They tried to show up.
They did show up. So, yeah. You wouldn't know because you weren't. You're never here on a Friday. Early. Enough for the intro, so.
You don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's an inside joke. You'll be alright. But the pussy game is being stepped up, so I guess I'm winning this challenge, and I'm very proud of that. But let's go ahead and introduce ourselves. Don't be mad.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because you never hear it.
That's not true.
Okay. Intro yourself, Lisa.
I was away last week 'cause I was travelling.
No,
It's one day.
It's
You
alright.
made something up on one Friday.
No,
and
we
you're
really
moving
did
up,
it. It's actually been running.
making like it's some type of tradition.
It is a tradition. It really is a
On
tradition.
Fridays, usually it's just me and Esther.
Yeah.
In the beginning.
It's actually
For
tradition.
For a bit. And then you lot stroll in.
Yeah,
I'm
literally.
Like, hey, have a ride.
Do you know what it's bad? They stroll in, they take like 50 seconds to take their coat off, and then they want to use the toilet, and it's a whole thing.
This is a lie that you made up. Still.
100%.
Okay.
I'll be honest
All
with
right.
you. lot. Is this a thing, Brent?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
See?
And I said,
For
yeah.
how
So
long? 1
why
week?
would you believe the man and not the women? This is chaotic.
Is Mike working?
Hello.
Take it off.
For how long, Brent? 1 week?
Couple weeks.
2 weeks?
It's about 3 weeks, bruv. This happened 3 times.
So where was I last week, Friday?
Last week you weren't here, you were on holiday.
Yes, I'm talking. The Friday before that, where was I?
You were late.
You were late.
Oh.
And the Friday before
No,
that,
go back to the Friday before that as well.
Go on then.
No, that's what we're talking about. It's not like you're not here.
It's just that
When you stroll in, we've already done
the intro.
Yeah, and it's always usually just us two having girl chat.
Yeah.
That's what we mean.
Wait, let me check the comments.
Oh, move away, man. Do the flipping intro. Do
Nah, man.
you know? Okay, so right, Brent, move to me,
It's a
please.
mutiny. Go on.
I am your favorite shade queen, always in attendance, always punctual, my own royalty.
Hi guys, it's your fitness queen, just Jean, representing the Black Queens. Hello.
That's right.
Hi.
Hi, guys. Can you just tell me in the comments if this is true or not, please? Because I don't know what's going on.
Not hi, guys. Can you tell me? You're ridiculous. Just accept it. Why can't you just take our word for it? No. Women don't lie, you know. The stats show.
Some
men
of
lie.
Davina said they are right, Margs.
Nah, Davina don't count. Where's Kevin?
You know what?
Man said,
No, Brian, can we do a poll?
Yeah.
Please, yes, that's it.
A poll.
said
Miss
Davina
Maria
don't go,
said
where's
the
Kevin?
girls are right. The Sarah Armour said it's true, Margs. Margs, just accept defeat already, or do you want us to do a poll?
No, I think he wants men
We can
to
embarrass
say
you
it.
further. It's okay.
This is a sexism thing. It's only the gal that
Are
does
you
it.
okay?
I think we should do a vote.
You,
but
do you know what's
remember,
mad? You are pointing case of sexism. Talking about no, Davina don't count. Where's
Yeah.
Kevin? You want the
Where's Kevin?
guys to prove it.
Tariq.
Ah, see,
Tariq,
fake
allow
news.
it.
I
Allow
knew it,
it.
man.
Tariq is no Tariq move, man.
Boy,
Don't
bye.
be silly, man.
Bye bye.
You're not allowed to call in anymore. I'm in charge of phones now.
Ben, are you doing a poll?
Yes.
Okay. Remember, we should have a weighted vote in it.
Shit. Kevin said it's true.
So some people.
Kevin
vote-
said it's
Kevin.
true.
Oi, Kevin.
Big up Kevin.
Big up Kevin.
Big up Kevin.
Can you pin comments?
Kevin.
I know Kevin never thought he'd hear that from me. Big up you, Kevin.
No,
okay?
Kevin. You know
What a
what?
king.
You know, Kevin
Yeah,
always
man,
talks the
Kevin's-
truth, innit?
Kevin.
No,
And Kevin just said it's true.
He always talks
Exactly.
the truth, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm
What
gonna
am I
actually
doing?
clip up what y'all just
It
did.
sounds like a setup.
Kevin's
So
done
scared
it.
to agree.
No, Kevin. Like,
I think it was an apology. The pair of yous.
Margs.
And Iman, you were
I take
co-signing.
apologies in gifts though.
Ooh,
Just
that's
saying.
yeah. I take apologies and gifts.
Just
too.
saying.
I'm going to be real, man. Kevin's not a good character witness.
Okay.
You're the same person that asked for Kevin.
Man said, "Demi Dinka, where's Kevin?" Kevin.
How can someone say I thought Margs is always on annual leave on Fridays?
Okay, they didn't even know
That's what you said.
they didn't even know you go here. They didn't know your contract.
You don't even go here.
They thought you were on a 4-day contract.
Literally.
All right, we can go. But for real, I never thought I'd see Kevin simping, man.
Oh
Wow. Kevin don't have
This is
it.
what happens when you don't
never
get your
thought.
way.
Kevin don't have it.
Never thought I'd see the day, man.
Now Kevin's gonna come for you.
And when he
Kevin's
does,
gonna be heavy.
I'm gonna be here with my popcorn.
I'm gonna be here with my
Literally.
popcorn.
I'm waiting.
I'm gonna be rooting for Kevin to come for you.
Kevin today.
That's the worst
I'm on your
words you
side.
could ever call Kevin. A simp. What? So you guys have to do your intro then.
You gonna do your intro? Or?
Maybe
Oh,
they
is it-
shouldn't. Maybe we just move on.
No, see, it's working.
Like we do
Someone
on
said
Fridays
Kevin's
anyway.
trying to change his image, and now the girls are giving him love struck eyes. It's all a,
No, but it's true.
No,
I
see?
did just see the love struck
No,
eyes.
hi Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
no, it's all a ploy,
You've
man.
changed. There's
Yes,
something,
Kevin.
there's something
No,
in the
man,
air.
there's something dodgy going on there, man.
Something's in the air.
Anyway, it's your boy Big Moss from the East Side. Morning, people, except Kevin.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
That's right. You didn't even look up to the camera. Is that shame? You embarrassed? How's everyone doing though?
We good, man. We good over here.
All good, man.
You know, it's my favorite day.
Say again?
My favorite
It
day.
is your favourite day. You're bright and blue and everything.
Ready for the world. It's cold outside, man.
It's
Did you get a trim?
Did I?
You didn't shave?
Oh, my face a little bit. Trying to do something.
I hear it.
what did you try?
No, why are you rude?
No, first of all, don't do that.
What did you try?
No, I just want to know.
Just cleaned up a little bit.
Okay. You glow all the time though, to be fair.
Thank you.
You're
man.
always glowing, so
She's saving herself. She's
No, literally.
I'm Nigerian. I'm quick on my feet. You're never gonna get me. All right, everyone good?
good, man.
How you guys?
I'm good, thank you. Actually, I feel very, very good this morning.
How's it?
Yeah, I do. I feel very peaceful, very joyful, very happy. I'm really good.
It's good to hear, man.
Life is making sense now.
It's a good way to start the day.
It really is. It really, really is. Thank God for that.
I'm just pissed it's so cold. It's like,
It's not as cold as it was yesterday, though.
yeah, but it's just not good out there, is it?
It's cold though, man.
Does it make you want to make plans for the evening?
No.
I'm back here in the
Let's stay in my
evening.
house.
I'm back here in the evening, but this weekend I'm in
Oh,
my
yeah,
house,
actually.
man. Oh, I see you then. Yeah.
Not even at 4.
Well, yeah.
Oh, that's the afternoon. You won't see me. Yeah. So, yeah. I feel like plans in the winter is just not it. It's just not it. It's just, yeah. It ain't it.
Mm.
But you're getting to the sun.
I am.
That's fun. Something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
It is and
Must-
it isn't though.
Why?
Do you know what it is? Because I feel like there's going to be such a contrast, like from when I leave here and go.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And like the first couple of days is always like you might get sick, or do you know what I mean? Because
Oh,
like
yeah,
the difference
body
in
change,
difference in temperature. And then I think last year I was so excited because I literally missed winter in it. So like
Okay.
everyone was in their winter coats, and I was just watching them being like, no, but now I have to come back. I mean, that's what's scaring me. The fact that I actually have to come back. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gonna hurt my soul.
But I thought it'd be fun though.
Yeah.
I feel like you're going quite early though.
To be fair, it's always early though.
Yeah.
I never do like the peak.
Thick of it.
No.
Yeah.
So you can take it in more. It's better. It's less like intense and stuff. Because when everyone gets there, it's like
Chaotic. I've always said
Yeah.
when I do go, that's when I want to go. I want to go in a quieter time. I can't go in like that peak
no.
Christmas time.
I think
It
if
will
you
really
want to
put me off.
actually enjoy the country, like for what
Yeah.
it has to offer,
Yeah.
don't go during dirty December.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna think about it.
What are the ticket prices saying? Horrible, innit? Ridiculous. Going
wild.
direct?
You really slept.
Yeah, BA.
Oh, yeah.
It's so rude though, man.
Is it?
I saw my client showed me her flight tonight that she's trying to go to Nigeria. Guys, let's just guess because this is economy, yeah. And I think the date was 26th. Let's just guess how much the return flight was because my mouth
20th
drops
of
to
December?
the floor. 26th of December, 24th, I think.
She's
One of those
definitely
dates.
looking at £2,000 plus.
Yeah, more than that, man.
Continue.
It's continued from £2,000, £3,000.
3.
Stop it.
More than that?
It was
That's
£6,000
ridiculous, man.
with British Airways.
Is she
Like
moving there?
I thought no, she wants to go.
You
and
got to be
then-
living for a year.
The thing is, yeah,
6,000 to Nige.
yes.
What economy?
Yes. And the thing is, I thought she was lying, yeah. You know when you just think, I saw 6,000. I said, is that like £1,000 per like hour on the plane?
No, it literally is a per hour.
Because I don't understand. It's ridiculous.
That's and the economy
Yeah.
as well.
Yes.
And do you know close about BA? Because when I was going, when I was going, was it when I was going? Yes, when I was going, the plane was so small.
The thing is, the
ridiculous.
planes,
But coming back, it was nice. So I feel like it's an anti-black thing because going to the country, they feel like, oh, I don't know whether they think they're just dumping us there for the price we paid. But it was so uncomfortable. But then when you're coming back, because they're coming back into this land, I could stretch my legs. I could stretch out.
do you know what?
Ridiculous.
Planes like I feel like playing with West Africa anyway, or like the ghetto. When I went to South Africa, I said, nah, you lot are taking the mick. The plane was fresh. Like I was like a double deck. I've never been on a double decker plane, so that even spun me. I was like, sorry.
It was BA as well.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
and the plane was nice as well.
It's
Have
wild,
you ever
man.
been on Ghana Airlines when it was thingy?
Probably not. I don't remember. I would have been mad young. Apparently they're bringing it back next year though.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I saw
Oh, that's good.
that they're gonna have to though, because the only direct airline we have is BA, which is why it's so expensive. There's no competition,
Yeah.
literally.
Okay, I think Nigeria's got actually. What?
You got Virgin as well, no?
You've got Virgin as well.
I thought they stopped
You got
that, though.
KLM. I think Virgin stopped.
Yeah, they
Oh,
stopped that ages
really?
ago,
Yeah.
So your
'cause I
only
couldn't-
direct flight is the same?
is BA. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's why it's so
yeah.
expensive. They're not competing
Especially
against
depending
anyone.
on where it is you're going. Because I was going to Abuja, so the only direct to Abuja. Actually, I think the only Abuja one actually is BA.
That's ridiculous.
If you're going to Lagos, I think you can get like KLM or someone else. But
Yeah.
Remember, what's it called? Arik.
oh yes, I remember Eric. Yeah.
They ended that as well, innit?
I feel like airlines with funky names, I'd be scared.
But
Literally.
Arik had a good reputation at
Yeah,
the
they
time,
did.
I think. Yeah,
Time.
at the time.
Oh, I thought you meant
Yeah.
that there's an airline called Time. I was like, let's get on that. The Death Wish. I remember even like being in Nigeria when I had to fly within Nigeria to another state, and I went on the plane. When I was so nervous, I didn't want to listen to anything. I need all my wits about me. Like I was
can't
nervous.
I can't do those small internal like
In
I've
my
done-
mind, yeah.
Every time I do it,
Was that
yeah.
one of them little planes that land on water or anything?
Mate,
No, not on water.
not on
Do you know
water.
about them little
The
ones?
seaplanes.
With a little long feet
The seaplanes.
at the bottom. Yeah.
That's what you got to take when you go like Maldives and them places, isn't it?
Oh, I ain't getting on one of them.
Yeah, but it's because it's there's no like
There's no landing. There's
yeah,
no, okay.
yeah.
Is it because you're too close to the outside?
Huh?
Is it because you're too close to the outside?
No, it's because they're just too small.
Ah.
I've gone on one of them small little planes before. Not the ones that land on water, but the
Them
tiny,
private
the,
jets?
the tiny ones. No, it's not private, but it was small.
Okay.
But they just don't feel like robust enough.
And they're really
Robust.
shaky,
I
innit?
love
Like
that
you,
word.
it's like you feel all the impacts in it, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like small planes.
That's how I felt with the Nigerian one. I was like, yeah, like if anything, Lord, just please. It was a very quick flight though.
Do you know
The
what?
airport was mad.
What this is really like embarrassing, yeah. But like
Yeah.
basically, I watched a Simpsons episode when I was younger, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're on a plane, and you know how like they always tell you don't have your don't have your phone on the plane.
Oh yeah.
Because it messes up the signal and whatnot. And I think in one of the episodes, Bart had his phone on, and then the plane dropped. So obviously I was scarred from that as a kid, innit?
Oh yeah.
So I remember I was going from Accra to Kumasi, and someone's phone rang on the plane.
Oh my
I
gosh, you must have been
panicked.
panicking.
I was like, oh my God, we gonna die. Literally, I was
This
so
is it.
no, I was so nervous, and the plane was just like Mark said, just shaky. Like you can feel everything.
You can
And
feel everything.
I thought, no, I can't do this again. And then on the way back, I took a bus. It was 6 hours though, but I just was like, I couldn't do it.
How long was the flight?
45 minutes.
And you took a 6 hour.
Yeah.
No, you see, I don't have that option.
Because it was just too. Do you know what I mean? I just felt so uneasy. I thought, you know what? Yeah, at least. But then the crazy thing is, with like bus journeys and stuff, yeah, they're even more dangerous though.
Yeah.
Because
That's-
people
that's
drive.
what I
Yeah,
was
my
gonna say,
mum
I
like
would never get
people
a bus journey like
drive
that in Nigeria.
so reckless on those, and that's where loads of like major accidents happen because they
Yeah.
don't drive with sense. So those roads are even worse. To be
I'm
honest.
gonna talk about armed
you're kind of
robbers.
going up.
Yeah.
If you see, like the first time I took the bus to Kumasi as well, right? You see all like the clouds and people be flying off of the cliff, man. 100%. And I'm thinking, no one's coming to get them.
Yeah.
Surely.
No one's coming to get them.
Yeah.
It's nuts. I feel like in Africa they just go with vibes.
They really do.
Like literally.
They really like anyway. Yeah, they really do. It's crazy. Yeah, so again,
6K though.
Yeah, 6 days.
So people are looking to go to Nigeria like that?
I mean, I feel like if
Okay,
you
first
have
of all,
to.
I
No,
thought
no.
they were trying to
I like your
basically-
tone. I like your tone. I don't. I don't. Okay, just because me and Iman told you some things,
There's
you're an
people-
outsider. You don't get to criticize. Talking about people trying to go to Nigeria like that. It's worth it.
I
Well,
thought
that's
they're trying
suya.
to come out as opposed to go in.
Can you imagine?
No, but it's you guys built me now. Everything I know about Nigeria is because you guys told me.
Yeah, but it's
See,
lit though.
It's up to you all now what I think about Nigeria.
It's not up to me anything.
And each time it is you guys talk about Nigeria, it's not a place to go to.
Are you
It's not a
alright?
destination.
No, but look how
we
much-
got family day, you know.
Yeah.
We got family day, you know. So
But
we
you
want to see them.
6K. No, but look at how like
Zoom.
we talk about Nigeria the way we do, yeah, but we still like rep the country heavy. So
Yeah,
clearly,
that's true.
Yeah.
It's great,
But
man.
y'all have to know.
I think we should do a
Why?
TDA to Nigeria.
It's
TDA.
bondage, man.
Are you okay? That's Afro-Semitism, and I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate that. Okay,
I like that, though.
Caribbeans are loud in the street.
Afro-Semitism.
Get into the headlines. I've had enough. This is bullshit.
Okay, so Vladimir Putin has vowed to continue attacking Ukraine's energy infrastructure despite millions being left without energy, without electricity or water. He said that criticism of Russian strikes would not interfere with our combat missions. Moscow has been battering Ukraine's power grid since the 10th of October, following a string of heavy military defeats. Some Western leaders have called the strategy a war crime because of the huge amount of damage caused the civilian infrastructure. But Putin said that growing global criticism will not stop the strikes. He said to recipients of state awards, including the Hero of Russia medal, "There's a lot of noise about our strikes on the energy infrastructure of a neighboring country. Yes, we do that, but who started it?" He said the strikes were in response to a blast on the Russian bridge to annexed Crimea on the 8th of October. He also accused Ukraine of blowing up power lines from the Kursk nuclear power plant and of cutting the water supply to Donetsk in eastern Ukraine. Not supplying water to a city of more than 1 million people is an act of genocide, Mr. Putin said, accusing the West of complete silence on these claims and of a bias against Russia. But when Moscow responds to Ukrainian aggression, there is uproar and clamor spreading through the whole universe, he said. The next headline is to do with the EU. So European Union interior ministers have voted to accept Croatia into the 26-nation border-free Schengen zone, but to reject Romania and Bulgaria. The vote was greeted with relief in Zagreb, but anger and dismay in Bucharest and Sofia. Germany's foreign minister said it was a bad day for Europe. The European Commission had backed all three countries as meeting the criteria necessary for joining the zone, which includes 420 million people. But the EU Home Affairs Commissioner, Ylva Johansson, said, "I'm also disappointed at the verdict." Croatia joined the EU in 2013. Romania and Bulgaria became member states 6 years earlier. Croatian Prime Minister Andrej Plenković praised the decision, which means that Croatia will decommission its border crossings with EU neighbours Slovenia and Hungary on the 1st of January, the same day it joins the Euro. Created in 1985, the Schengen area allows people and goods to travel freely, usually without showing travel or customs documents. It includes 22 of the EU's 27 states, as well as Norway, Switzerland, Iceland, and Liechtenstein. Austria and the Netherlands voted against admitting Romania and Bulgaria, citing concerns that both were soft on illegal migration. The most vehement opposition came from Austria. The Austrian Interior Minister, Gerhard Kahner, explaining his country's veto, said it's not right for a system that is not working, in many places to be expanded at this time. As its main reason for keeping Romania and Bulgaria out of Schengen, the government in Vienna cited a rapid increase in the number of migrants entering Austria illegally through the West Balkan route. However, political leaders in Romania and Bulgaria argue that relatively few crossed their territory and that their bid to join Schengen had been derailed for political reasons. They say that the Austrian and Dutch governments are looking to attract the anti-immigrant vote. And the last headline is to do with the new series from Harry and Meghan. So the palace apparently fears that next week will be poison after the first few episodes of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex Netflix series aired yesterday, leaving royals in a state of sadness with its sly and insidious assaults on Harry's family, as concerns are raised that the next release will be even more inflammatory. Harry and Meghan were accused last night of wanting to bring down the monarchy after their Netflix documentary made another excoriating attack on the royal family. Royal insiders were left particularly upset by the criticism of the late Queen Elizabeth and her Commonwealth legacy, which was dismissed as Empire 2.0. The first 3 episodes of the program, dubbed Megflix by critics and part of a multi-million-dollar deal with the streaming giant, was released yesterday. The Duchess of Sussex described them as an account of the couple's love story, but critics say that they were a sly and insidious assault on Harry's family and the institution of the crown. One royal source told The Times that next week will be poison after the first 3 episodes focused on the British press and Meghan's treatment by the media before their engagement, as well as the unconscious bias surrounding race. There were calls last night for the Sussexes to give up their title if they were so ashamed and disappointed about their links to the royal family, while the royals themselves were said to be in a state of sadness following the release. Many associated with the royal household were also deeply upset at the depth of the couple's shameful and cowardly betrayal of the late Queen. It emerged that the couple had started filming themselves and giving interviews as far back as March of 2020 and continued until August this year, just weeks before the Queen's death. A source said, this was all being filmed while both the Duke of Edinburgh and the Queen, Harry's grandparents, were suffering from serious ill health, and in the last few months of their lives, they even came over to mark Her Majesty's Jubilee whilst colluding with the filmmakers without telling her anything about what they were doing. That's shameful and cowardly. There are a lot of people who are glad the late Queen is not here to see it. That's the end of the headlines.
We want to stop all of that nonsense, man, and let the people speak their truth. Can't be out here silencing people because somebody's dead. That's dead. Well, yeah, man, let's get into what you say in topic of the day.
Okay, so today's topic of the day. Question is war ever justified?
What is it good for?
So I'm going to start off there, right? I'm just going to start very broad, and obviously, as usual, I'll go into a bit more depth. But yeah, straight off the bat, is war ever justified? What do you guys think?
Of course.
Okay, of course, that's a strong yes. What about you guys?
Of course, it would be a strong guess from him. I think, yeah, sometimes it is, yeah.
Okay. What about you guys?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, cool. So do you still say yes if you consider that there's going to be a likely loss of innocent lives?
It's collateral damage.
Yeah, I hate to sound crazy, but
Sometimes you gotta charge it to the game.
Serious?
it
I'm
happens.
joking.
No, but it's inevitable.
What's just cause then?
Mm.
So much. Let him lead.
It's a good question. What's just cause? In fact, you know what? We're going to get there in a minute.
Okay.
But yeah. So even like considering the loss of life, innocent lives, you guys still say yes, it's justified.
It can be, yeah. For the greater, if it's for the greater good, someone's got to be a martyr. Is it martyr?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're not asking to be martyrs, isn't it? They're
Yeah,
just minding their
sometimes-
business in
Yeah,
the field
but
somewhere.
life gives you things you didn't ask for. No one gets to sign up.
Death?
We're all, one thing that's guaranteed for everybody in this life is death.
Yeah, but you know, without being some type of way, you want your limbs and that intact. When they start blowing up places,
Yeah, I'd rather die than you blowing up my limbs off
this is it.
in that kind of way. But it happens. It just is what it is.
Okay, cool. So, kind of to go back to what Margaret was saying, what's just cause? What makes you say, okay, you know what? This is not justified, but this is definitely justified.
I think if you're on the defense, it's justified.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're the initiator of war and you're killing innocent lives, then to me that's not justified.
Regardless of the reason.
But give me a reason to why you initiated war. So if you send a missile to another country, off of the back of what?
Okay, I'll come back
You
to
know
those. I'll come back to those reasons. In a
Yeah.
minute, yeah. But you're saying basically, retaliation wise,
Yeah, of course.
it's justified.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I feel like even if you're the starter, it can be justified, you know? Because if you're fighting, say, for example, you're starting a war because you want to be free from something. Because no one, when you think about it, obviously, except some individuals do, but typically, with people, when innocent people die, it's like, it wasn't planned for them. It just happens. Do you get what I mean? It's unfortunate they in that situation that they end up dying. So I think even if you're the starter and you're fighting for freedom from something, it is justified. It's a shame that people have died in the process. But again, for me, I think it's about the bigger picture. What is they trying to achieve here?
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like it's easy to say that until you're affected by it. You know what I mean? So if your family and friends are dying off of the back of war, I don't think your sentiment would be, oh, this is justified. You'd feel unjust if it happens. I think with all situations in life, if it hits home, that's when it feels unjust. When it's not, it's easy for us to be in England watching stuff happen in Palestine and Ukraine and feel, oh, it's just cause, because it's not affecting us at all, really.
True.
But if it was here and we saw our family and friends dying, like real life dying, it'll be a whole different conversation.
I'm even thinking here, though. I'm thinking here, that if there was a war
Yeah.
and like say what it is that we're fighting for, like it's either this war happens where we can get freedom,
Yeah.
or it doesn't happen and we're living in oppression.
But are we talking about freedom fighters, like war that we galvanate ourselves? Or are we talking about the nation, the military, the army? I'm not talking about us six in here starting our own war because we want to be free from oppression. I'm talking about like nations warring, military. You know what I mean? The army, navy, that type of shit.
That
I'm
can
talking about all of that.
That can kind of be the same thing because sometimes you get nations formed because us in the room are broken away.
Yeah, because when I think of like Nigeria, for example, what's going on in Nigeria at the moment, is because people want to separate into their own spaces or countries.
Yeah.
That's because as a people in general in Nigeria, there's oppression. So everyone's like, you know what, let us go back to how it was originally before the slaves came.
Yeah.
So in that, unfortunately, people will die, and people have died. It's like with NSARS and all that kind of stuff anyway.
Yeah.
But the bigger picture, I think for me, it's just about the bigger picture. What's trying to be
No, I hear what you're
achieved.
saying. I think two things could be true. I feel like war is justified depending on the reason, but the loss of innocent lives isn't.
No,
I
but if
think
you
those-
believe in something, I don't think no loss of life's going to stop what you believe in. It's two separate issues. Like, it's sad my people died, but it doesn't change the fact that the cause that we're fighting for, I believe in now, just because they died.
No, but I just said two things can be true. In my opinion, anyway. I think if your justification behind the war, that's your justification. That's fine. I'm saying the loss of innocent life as a consequence of
Would it
your
make
mission.
you change your justification, though?
What's that?
It couldn't make you change. It shouldn't make you change your justification, though. That's a product of the war, innit? It's sad, don't get me wrong, but if you believed something going into it and that's what you went fighting for, it's just sad that one of your people or something died from it, but it shouldn't change the fact that you believed in it.
Yeah, I still believe in it, but I'm still going to be sad that there's
Yeah,
a loss
no, of course.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I can still believe in something and still be sad that innocent lives are dying as a consequence. Yeah.
But there's what me?
I thought you was gonna say something.
Oh no, I don't know. I got bare reasons for why I'll go to war.
Like what?
Disrespect,
Disrespect. A whole war for disrespect.
insubordination,
You're such a dictator.
disloyalty.
A war, not a fight, you know, a war.
For disloyalty. So say you was the president of America, yeah, and obviously you got a tight bond with the UK,
Yeah.
and you wanted to go to war over something, and the UK was like, nah, we ain't backing you. We ain't backing you. Despite the fact you guys helped us during World War II and all this other stuff, we ain't backing you. That disloyalty there, you would go to war.
Yeah, that's
Off
enough.
of your head.
Serious? Okay.
That's enough still.
All right.
Definitely.
Okay, cool.
Because I'm
They're
going to
gonna
war
use-
anyway, so.
They're gonna use this in your presidential campaign one day. this clip right here, someone's gonna pay the big bucks for it.
No, but I'm going to war anyway. And it's just like, they're going to be involved in some way, shape, or form. So if they're not an ally, then.
Gotta
you
go.
know, you get what I'm saying?
Okay. And Gina, what did you say?
Is it ever justified? Yeah.
Okay. And in terms of like, what reasons justify it for you?
I think it's hard because I agree with youth. At the same time, I agree with Esther. I'm not on the fence. I think it's justified. I think, like you said, it depends on what side of the fence you're sitting on. Do you get what I mean? Because I can sit here and easily be like, oh, like it's there's just cause or whatever. But then, like, if it hits close to home, my view's gonna change. So I think, yeah, I don't know, man. It's a tricky one.
Would you fight for religion?
Would I fight for religion?
Is that a good enough reason for war? What if someone's trying to eradicate your religion or something like this?
Yeah, but you're conflating two things. I said that war was justified. I said war was justified.
So?
No, but
There's
you're,
different reasons for justifications.
no, but you're asking me as if to say I'm opposing to your view. I'm saying war is justified.
I wasn't asking you to pose about. I asked you if you would fight for religion.
Like, what reasons make it justified to you? Is fighting for religion one of them?
Me personally, depends. What's you have to be more specific. Fight for religion. What does that mean?
Oh no, there's lots of wars in the world today are because of religion. Just opposing ideas and views and stuff like that. So that's what I say. If maybe someone trying to impose their beliefs on your land or something like this. I don't know.
When you say war, are you talking about me versus one person? Like,
No, I'm putting you in the mindset that you're a head of state or something.
I don't know. You need to be specific, bruv.
So
Maybe specific.
say Yusuf Land they believe in Yusufology, right?
Yeah.
But we're like, you know what? We think this doesn't benefit your citizens.
Yeah.
Right? We want to impose Christianity on you.
Yeah.
And you're like, no.
Yeah.
but we're still coming to your land, still doing certain things to try and convert people, this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
Right? And even though you've told us no, we're not
Yeah.
backing off, right?
Yeah.
Does that justify you going to war with us?
What tactics are you using? Are you being violent? Are you killing my people? Are you just here
No,
on the streets talking?
We're not killing it, but we are disobeying you. So whatever you're saying we shouldn't do, we are doing.
And we're planting seeds in the people, and it's
Yeah.
dangerous. It's creating discontent in your core.
Your question is, would I act with violence? Is basically what you're saying.
All right, yeah.
Not necessarily, no.
Okay, cool. So what if you then was like, cool, you know what? The tenets of ufology is that we peace most of the time, right? Cool. But then you realize, wait a minute, 75% of the population is starting to become Christians right now, right? Churches all over the place. And you didn't want any of this stuff, right? Because you have the right to have your own belief system.
Yeah.
Would you see it differently? So you're seeing that what we're doing is working. The things you told us not to do, we're doing and it's working.
And this is not me as I am today, right? This is me, someone who is extremely engrossed in this ufology and cares, right?
But it's still your mindset though, you know what I mean?
No, but what I'm saying is, if you're asking me, the real me, and not this hypothetical scenario me,
Okay.
would I fight for religion as I am now? No. If I'm putting myself in this position here, it's more likely that I would, but violence wouldn't be my first protocol if I know innocent lives will be lost.
Okay. Are you separating it from you today, right now in this seat, and not being a head of state? So let's just say it's you today, right now.
Yeah.
But you came here as the head of state.
Yeah, but I can only talk about how I am in it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I
so
want.
I'm talking more so to who I am, not a fake me. There's
Exactly.
no point. Yeah. So
Yeah,
who I am, the real me.
Yeah.
Violence wouldn't be my first.
It's not your first thingy because you remember you've allowed them.
I know, but when you guys are talking about war, you're not
Yeah.
talking about dialogue.
Wars. Yeah.
You're talking about violence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is, in the beginning,
Yeah.
you wasn't for that. You was just telling them, look, don't do this.
Yes.
But we've now seen over the past 10 years,
Yeah.
these are still not listening to you.
Yeah.
But now it's like our infiltration is working. We've converted 75% of your people.
Yeah.
People are becoming all types of.
Again, you're talking about me today. The answer is still no.
Okay, yeah. So it's still you today, but you're head of state. That's what I mean.
Yeah, the answer is still no.
Okay, cool. So, what type of reasons then would you justify? Can be justified to you?
For violence,
Yeah.
if you have to, I don't know. It depends.
Okay, so nothing comes off the top of your head.
No,
But
no.
you're saying, but
Because
you
no,
can,
it is okay. I'll give you an example why I
Yeah.
think who I am. Me as a person right now,
Yeah.
I can handle myself very, very, very well, right?
Yeah.
If shit comes to me, but I don't start trouble.
Yeah.
That's who I am as a person. Like if trouble comes my way, I can handle it, but I don't go out there seeking trouble or seeking violence.
Okay.
But if violence comes my way, best believe I handle it.
Okay.
So that's how I think.
So in the same way, if we came to your country and we were being violent to your citizens,
Yeah.
then you would retaliate.
course.
War. Okay, cool. But nothing would ever make you say, you know what, I'm going to.
So what if they hadn't been violent, but the threat of danger was there, and it seemed like it was
If
imminent?
the threat of danger was there, then I can see, the water's boiling and this could become violent. Then obviously, as a head of state, I go act first and make sure that they don't attack first.
Okay.
If I don't see a threat of violence, I'm not going to just act violently first. You know what I mean?
What if, for example, you've got a neighboring country. You
Yeah.
guys are close, right?
Yeah.
And that same scenario, but it's not happened to your country. It's happened to your friend's country,
Yeah.
right? Your neighboring country.
Yeah.
Would you butt in?
Have I been asked about it, or is it just?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Because you and the prime minister of that country are tight.
Yeah.
Plus, your country had a history of, you know what I'm saying, like a
Yeah.
close thing.
Yeah. It depends. It depends on the plan.
What do you mean? What do you mean by on the plan?
Depends on the plan. Depends on the plan. What's the plan of attack? What's the reason? What's the justifications? Like
It's
what's
the same scenario. Okay.
Put it man goes into mode.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. So, so it depends on the plan. Basically,
Yeah.
you guys will have to come together and be like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
This is what we're gonna do. All right. What about you guys? Let's just say your country needed some resources, right? So you guys, you're cool like how you are now, but it's like maybe electricity is down or oil's down and stuff like this, right? Would you then attack another country for the benefit of your citizens? So this country is not trying to attack you or be bad to you,
Why
right?
can't we just knock
No.
on their door and
Yeah,
ask,
say
like, can I
hi.
borrow some sugar? Like,
but maybe they don't want to give it to you for whatever reason.
There must be someone else in this entire vast world. Someone was able to give me something without me having to kill people.
Okay, the people that want to give it to you, the price is so high. you can't afford it. So literally, you only have enough for one winter.
Then we've got to do some negotiations.
Yeah. What can I
I'm not an aggressor.
Yeah, what can I give them in the
Do you know what I
land?
mean?
Can I give you some property? I don't know, something.
I'll
Yeah.
be strategic
Yeah.
and barter. We'll trade something, but I'm not gonna go all guns blazing like straight away. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the aggressor. Do you know what I mean? So I can retaliate, but
Okay. What about you, Marks?
You ain't gonna ask me that question.
come on, I'll show you Mama, show you Dad Ministries.
You
right
know I'm always
there.
going to display strong leadership. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That you know my people are going to be fine. My constituents are going to eat,
Okay.
have electricity, and I'm going to take whatever I need.
I hear it.
That was a no-brainer for me. You know what I'm trying to say? We're going to be good with me at the helm.
All right.
I will lead them over there. I'm going to take that oil.
Take that oil. You're ridiculous.
What about, okay, you guys were kind of reluctant for that, yeah? Say, similar scenario I was saying to Yusuf, your neighboring country, you're tight, proper allies, they're getting bullied by a bigger country, right? Would you step in? Being violent. So there's no negotiation here, there's none of this stuff, because they don't want to hear it.
So
I think
they're
it
being bullied
depends.
by someone else, by someone bigger.
Yeah, bigger than them.
So they need our help.
Exactly.
Have they come to ask me for my help?
Yeah, okay. So,
I
yeah.
don't like to. I like my business.
So
If I can
you're
help
tight.
you, then I will. Yeah.
I think it also depends here on like what that means for like your people. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I think, do you know what I mean? So I think about it in terms of like, okay, what does this mean for like all these innocent people? Because now we're getting involved. Like, do you know what I mean? Just looking at like the risks involved.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's better to just mind your business. Mark, stop looking at me.
I'm just waiting.
You're making me feel like a pussy, yo. A man ain't no punk in this situation. But yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah.
You're not too sure? All right. And Esther, you said yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. If they need my help, I mean, obviously I'll have to consider what the impacts will be on me as well, on my country as well. But if they need my help and we can be a force together, also, what's the likelihood of us winning? I'm about to help somebody and then I lose. Now your people are dead. Now I'm left in the world having to deal with this mess. That's dead.
Okay.
There's a lot of factors to consider. What does that mean? Do I have a relationship with the people that they're fighting? Is this something like where I can actually be like a middle person, intervene, that kind of situation? If it's a mutual enemy, are we likely to win? Yeah, there's factors I would consider, but
So
if I can help them, I definitely will.
So if you're likely to win, but obviously there's going to be a lot of casualties on your side, unfortunately, right? Would you still go for it? So let's
It
just say
depends, because if the war started there and it could actually come to me, so in a way I'm helping them, but it's actually me also preventing it from coming to me. Then yeah, if it's a case where no, I don't know. I don't think I will. You know.
Okay.
Because what's the benefit? There has to be. Honestly, there has to be benefits to me. If there's no benefits to me and all I see is losses here, I'm not doing it.
Well, I guess on the surface level, the benefit would be that you're helping this country that you've got very tight, you know what I'm saying, connections with.
If I am,
And you don't like bullying too.
yeah, but that's the Christian me who's not a leader and wanting to go to war.
Yeah, but
If I'm, if I'm going to war like that, I don't think this is the time for like kumbaya. Oh, but you're helping someone. It's not like be a cheerful giver type of moment. It's not that. The benefits has to be beyond me doing a good deed for the day.
yeah.
Way beyond that.
Okay.
Do I own part of the land now that I've helped you win?
Maybe.
Those kind of benefits.
You could put that in
So I'm
there.
saying, yeah, then that's a good benefit. But if the only benefit here is that I've done something good for the day, but then I've lost hella lives, that's dead, man.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Doing
Okay.
a good deed, that's dead.
And like, I guess, question to all of you guys, yeah? Say you looked around, you saw certain nations and they're practicing some old ways of life, right? Maybe they sacrifice some of their people, they do certain things that's obviously against the way you guys live. You guys are about human rights, all that type of beautiful stuff that we have today. Would you guys basically invade to free the people from their dictator?
No, I wouldn't get involved in people's
No.
business.
Okay.
I wouldn't be that person. I'm not trying to police the world and trying to do all that stuff. I'd only get involved in things that affect me. You know what I'm trying to say? Because obviously, I don't want no one else getting involved in my business.
True.
You get what I'm trying to say? Because no one can come and tell me nothing because my answer's just going to be war anyway. You get what I'm saying? So I'll just leave people alone. If it don't affect me and my lands, then you got to let them do what they're doing. That's their birthright.
Okay. What are you guys?
I'll probably help, to be fair.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll probably help. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm minding my own damn business.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I missed the question.
So say like you're trying to liberate the people of that land from
Yeah.
a horrible dictator.
Yeah.
Would you start the war?
No,
It's
no.
not your land, by the
It's my
way.
business. Yeah, it's my business.
Mm.
Because you know what? Sometimes we look at things outside of the people living it and we just class it as oppression. Sometimes people are fine, you know.
But let's just say they're not fine. So, like for example, there's people who secretly left the country. You know what I'm saying? They've had to leave their families there. They're coming around trying to get awareness, telling you guys, going to embassies in different countries saying, look, we need
Is
help.
this a
No, but unless
neighbouring
it's-
country or is this guy on across the other side of the
It's a
world?
different continent.
Yeah.
Because you know what it is, yeah? Like, even though we say that, yeah, like look at like Russia, for example, yeah. People are like, oh, Russia's bad, da 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 da. Hella supporters over there.
True.
Putin's got a strong fan base, so I'm minding my business. So you go, I'm minding my business.
Okay. Let's make it a bit real, yeah? So look at Iran right now, yeah? See how the women are protesting.
Yeah.
They have to wear the hijabs and all that type of stuff. They feel like, look, we're being, you know what I'm saying? There's something here systematically keeping us women down.
Yeah,
We want to be liberated. They've come together to do this, right?
yeah.
Are you still going to say the same thing?
I'm not warring for them, but I'm supporting them in every other way I can.
Okay.
I'm dissing the country where I can. Like I'm doing other things except going to fight war for this. Do you get what I mean? Like I feel like there's other things I can do before I get to the war,
War part.
the guns and yeah.
Like fund the rebels.
Yeah. So, okay, so
Do
you
you
do
know what I mean?
that.
Like I would give them hella donations for the women, right? The rebels are the women, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will give them donations. I will do all that. I will help in so many other ways.
Mm.
But I'm not going to go and put my foot in there where they can say, yeah, this country did this.
Okay. What if, same scenario, yeah? What would push you over the edge and make you start the war, basically? So let's just say
Nothing can, you know.
nothing.
Unless like say someone from people from my country go there, so like students went on an excursion trip over there, and then they got caught up and they got killed or something. Now it's revenge. But outside of that, nothing can actually just make me get up, unless me and the other big countries are like, do you know what? Let's all band together and eradicate these people. For me, it's about winning. As again, I'm sorry, but I can't go to war if I'm gonna lose. That's silly. So if like all the big countries are like, do you know what? This is what they're doing. Blah blah. There's a way. Let's take the president out. When we take the president out, all can be sorted out. I will join forces for that. But if it's like
That
me,
never works as well, you know.
if it's 1-on-1, I'm good, love.
They be taking out presidents all the time and putting people that never works.
True.
Maybe with women involved this time, it might just stick.
All right. So, very last thing, yeah. Same scenario, but if you was to invade, like you have first dibs on getting the control of the oil, would you do it?
Say that again?
So the same scenario where you guys are kind of hesitant. It's a bit too far. It's not really your war, stuff like that, right? But you can get control of the oil.
Oh yeah, I'm in there.
All right. Cool.
Resources. You know what I'm trying to say? Resources is key.
Okay.
You know, look at this thing, yeah? Everybody is sitting down here. We're not talking from ourselves. We've got to think about from a point of leadership. You know what I'm trying to say? Being in control of nations and the things that the people need. You know what I'm trying to say? So certain decisions that you're making might not be for your natural...
Your natural
choice.
yeah.
Your natural instincts. You know what I'm trying to say? But I mean, yeah, if I can get first dibs on the resources, I'm
First dibs.
I'm gone. I ain't even gonna lie to
Give me
you.
that fossils. All of them.
All right. Okay. Last question, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you feel like when it comes to war, the people in the country should have a say? Or should it be left down to you as a leader?
I think people should have a say.
When you have a war.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think people should have a say. I think because the people get affected the most. The leader will make the decision to go to war, but the leader always survives. Well, not always, but you get me. Unless when he's been taken out, but most times the leaders say that the leader does not experience what it is that the people experience,
So-
and you'd be surprised because some people will be like, yeah, go to war.
So I should put it to my people whether I should attack first. And on Friday they decide no, and on Sunday I get bombed. What happens then? I'm gonna have to discipline all these people.
Discipline. What do you mean this is?
I don't think your people should have a say.
I
said
mean, that takes
discipline
away
is
the whole
It's making
leadership,
it too
though,
messy. But if you're the leader, you decide.
Yeah.
Having a public vote this long.
I think a vote, yeah, and then you got the final say, man. Because people get affected the most by these things, and sometimes you'd be surprised when people actually feel like, do you know what? Let's go to war.
But as a leader, you already know that it affects people. Like, you know what I mean? And you really know that the vote's going to be split. So I don't think you need to have a vote to know that there are people who don't want to go to war. It's obvious.
Yeah, but what if the disparity is that big though? So let's just say 95% said we don't want this war.
Then you got.
I don't think anyone really
Yeah, I don't
generally
think
wants war,
who.
though.
If there was a vote to say let's go to war in this country, and the ramifications was you could die. Yeah. What do you think the vote's going to be?
I feel like if you
Depends.
Huh? Low, exactly.
Yeah.
And
if you tell people that-
every leader knows that, but they decide that no matter what y'all want, I'm making this decision because of whatever. Just you know what I mean, they have their own reasons.
I feel like though, if you make it clear to people that listen, we either go to war and we've got a better chance of survival than if they come and get us, I think people will be like, go for it.
So I think
If I know that my life is like, if we don't go to war, the war comes to us and we're not going to be prepared enough, like we could defo die then.
Basically, death is on the cards regardless.
I think people will be like, do you know what? Let's take the chances and let's go. Whatever can actually get us better survival.
So if they put that to you as for the people now, and you got them letters through your door or through email or something, it was like a referendum, they're voting to go to war.
Yeah.
You're gonna vote?
Go to war, yeah.
Or would you?
Yes, if like there's a chance I'm going to die anyway, but then I could die extra hard if they come to us first.
Just like that extra hard.
Die twice if they come to us. Let's go to war.
Okay.
Because I feel like when it comes to like things like this, yeah, when it's like a matter of like survival, I think people would think outside of their emotions and they'll be logical about the way they make decisions. And if you let them know what's at stake, what the risk is, explain things to people properly. You think who's the current Prime Minister? I forgot. Rishi, yeah, that's it. You think if they put out a tweet or whatever they do these days and say, do you know what, Rishi's going to address the nation at 3 p.m. Look how silent it is during COVID, where I know we're at home, but still, look how like everyone will literally paid attention. And he's like, basically, guys, this is the situation. There's a chance that we're going to get attacked. MI5, MI6, all the MIs, we're not able to prevent this one. We either go to war today or we wait and tomorrow say your goodbyes. You think the whole nation is not saying that, come on, let's do it?
True.
People are saying, I think when it comes down to seriousness here, serious business, people know what time it is, man.
But this is where you get some people coming and saying, the government's lying. There's a hidden agenda. Look at what Tony
Well,
Blair did.
when you're facing the Lord face to face, see how hidden that agenda was.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for Topic of the Day.
That's
man.
it. All
What
right.
about you, bro?
Yeah, I think it's justified, definitely. 100%.
You're a ballant.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't even thinking that. But yeah, definitely. that one there, 100%. Trillion%.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Good.
Who is speaking, please? Thank you.
Oh yeah, sorry, Brent. It's Chijoke.
Nice.
Oh, morning.
You're right.
Yeah, not too bad. Just was thinking to call in because I was like, I don't know why you thought to bring this on a Friday, but
What are your thoughts?
I don't really think. I think it depends on what's going on. So, like Esther was saying, you never want to join a war and be the loser. So if you're gonna join, I think the only reason why I personally wouldn't say it's justified is because when it's all over, you all have to sit down and talk and decide, all right, what's the terms of the ending of this war? So why that couldn't be done before is the reason why it's a bit silly to me. I don't quite get the whole having to have innocent people die just because you lot couldn't have a conversation.
But as you know, a lot of the time, leaders talk at first, innit? And it just doesn't work. And so they both agree to
Yeah, but it depends who's talking. Because if you're talking, all right, I'm talking to you like having a conversation, but it's not the same as if we're talking to, let's say, the way people depict Putin. Putin's not talking. Putin's having, it's a one-way conversation.
Yeah.
A bit like, when Marx is out there being Idi Amin out here saying insubordination and thing. It's the same kind of thing.
It is the same kind of thing because it's a direct act of war though. If someone wanted to come and come in a neighboring country on your borders and put weapons there that can touch your people, that's a threat to your people. This is the kind of stuff that we talk about. So why is man moving like he's acting crazy? It's not dictatorship. It's trying to protect his people.
Yeah, but if you look at what was happening, it wasn't even saying that anything was happening. They were just having a conversation, and he was already infiltrating Ukraine before they had that conversation. So I don't think the justification for that is right for what he's doing. He always wanted to do this regardless.
But I mean, that's a different conversation, I think, because there was things that's put in place that they're not supposed to expand their territories and these things, and they've been trying to do these things and have conversations and trying to get Ukraine to join. Like, there's loads of stuff going on. I think that's a different conversation for a different day. But I hear you though.
Okay, do you think that's the same situation with Israel and Palestine? Because we know, based on history, that leaders have spoken, but one is basically saying we don't want your state to exist at all, and one saying obviously.
Yeah, but I think that the reason why that one's different is because again, it's not really a conversation. That's more, this is my religious belief. This is what I believe is our land, and we don't believe your land exists in our head because of whatever scriptures we're looking at or whatever reasons we believe. So that's the reason why that one's a bit techie. But I wouldn't say that that's one that can never be justified, and that's the reason why that one's going to keep going on. Because once you put it in religious terms, how do you stop someone from saying, this is what we believe it should be? It's that one's. So I think that's the reason why that one will keep going on and on and on, which is unfortunate.
Okay, let me ask you this. A bit of a side question here, quickly. What if let's say 99% of the scholars today from all nations basically said, you know what, based on the archaeology, there's sufficient proof that this, like, Israel actually existed here 3,500 years ago. So actually, they were here first. Does that change? Does that change it from being a religious belief to actual science? And if it does change to science, do they have a right to it?
I think the reason why I don't think you can say that is because you've still got people that were already there that have settled. Because it can't be someone saying to you, okay, this is their land. So what happens to the people that are already there? It's not like they're moving them and saying, okay, we'll give you this portion because we're assuming that this strip is ours, like the Gaza Strip. They're just saying, no, you just shouldn't be here. And I think that's the problem I'm having, is this is the piece of land that essentially has been taken because someone has decided. I don't want to talk too much on it because I don't have the full information on that whole side of the war, but I know that there's people that believe it's just other people coming in after the unfortunate sides of the Holocaust and have now said this, this is the part that we're now taking, because that's what they were saying the year after World War II is when the real taking Palestine's land started happening. Yeah. But again, that's the small bits that I've kind of read. So so that's the reason why, if they're going to say that, it's fine to say if you're saying this is unoccupied land, but it is occupied. There are people there. So I don't think it can be justified even with that.
Okay. I think another day on the show, I think we need to have that discussion, about this whole Israel-Palestine.
You just want trouble. Why would you want to have that discussion?
No, it is. Even if we don't make it about Israel and Palestine, just about the fact that what you said about people living there. Because I feel like you may see it differently if, for example, you left your home for 10 years, someone was living there, and automatically they're saying, well, you ain't been there for 10 years, and you're like, but it's still my home. You know what I'm saying? You may see it differently. So that's why
I don't know. Maybe I don't. Because maybe I'm looking at it in terms of how it was for, like, if we're talking Nigeria, obviously, of Igbo descent. It was a civil war that unfortunately my people didn't win and is now sort of trying to start again. And I don't think based on the stories I heard from, my mum that had to leave the country as a 9-year-old to come to the UK because of it, it's more having to see what the after effect is, because, the justifications are still there in some people's head, even years on, but there doesn't seem to be any real plan of who or what is going to have this piece of, like, what is the new country going to be? Because I think the original Biafra, there's still people that are like, we still want to be part of Nigeria. So you can't just come and say you're fighting for all of us, because you're not.
Yeah.
So I think so part of, saying should people have a say, I think people should always have a say in what's going on, especially if you're saying you might die in this war that you don't even think should be happening.
Thank you very much, young man, for calling. Can you just
That's
tell me
fine.
how you spell your name, because Emmanuel tried to correct me?
There is a second I, so it's CHIJIOKE.
All right, okay, thank you. That was right.
Oh, all right, thanks.
So I was right.
All right,
Bless, bro.
all right, cheers.
Yeah, thanks for
Bye.
calling.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a nice day.
All right.
You too.
Cool. All right, well, I think we should move on.
All right, let's do it. Let's get into our next headlines.
Cool.
Guys, they can't be here anyway. So,
A lot's been happening.
and Sacoolas has been given a suspended sentence. A US citizen responsible for the death of teenage motorcyclist Harry Dunn has been sentenced to 8 months in prison, suspended for a year. Anne Sacoolas was driving on the wrong side of the road when she hit the 19-year-old outside a US military base in Northamptonshire in 2019. The case led to a transatlantic row between the US and UK governments. Charlotte Charles said of the family's 3-year wait for justice, "We didn't back down because we have values." Mrs. Charles, who's Harry's mother, added that her promise to get justice for her son through the UK courts was well and truly complete. Following the crash, Sacoolas had diplomatic immunity asserted on her behalf by the US administration and left the country 19 days later. She never returned to the UK. Sacoolas, who admitted earlier this year to causing death by careless driving, appeared at London's Old Bailey via video link after her employer, the US government, advised her not to travel to the UK to attend in person. Mrs. Charles said the 45-year-old's failure to attend was despicable, adding she was absolutely disgusted at the actions of the US. Mr. Dunn's father, Tim Dunn, said, "It's been such a relentless time. We as a family fought off everything we can to get to this point." I actually remember this case. That was wild. And then also, in good news, I guess, it's good news, is Russian, Brittany Griner, that's her name, right? Griner, yeah, has been swapped for a Russian arms dealer. So the US and Russia have exchanged jailed US basketball star Brittany Griner for notorious arms dealer Viktor Bout, held in American prison for 12 years.
Free up.
All right. President Joe Biden said...
Are you giving her missiles and things? Are you giving her bombs and things?
Wow. What, the
What,
horns?
because she's free?
Yeah.
Oh, is that good news?
Well, that she's free.
Yeah,
she-
she was
I thought-
arrested for like a vape pen.
I thought she didn't like America.
Who, the American woman?
Yeah.
Brittany.
Who's Brittany?
I thought she hated America.
Oh, does she?
That's what people were saying on Twitter.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yesterday what did we say about getting our news from
She's
Twitter?
probably
Love
just
them
mad with them because she was in jail.
Ah, okay.
Before they
I
weren't
ain't read
doing
that. I
anything.
don't know. I don't know. I have to check. I don't know. Is she mad with him?
I didn't think so. Sis has been wanting to get home.
Unless she's one of those people like anti-establishment and stuff like that.
Yeah, but even
Maybe, I
then,
don't- I
still
don't
save
know.
me. The heck?
Would you do the same?
What?
So you're the leader of the nation again, yeah? Would you try and do this thing for a citizen who has been criticizing your time in...
Yes.
Serious?
Don't take it personally. The job of a leader is not to be taking things personally. Your little feelings being hurt and someone's life being ruined for a vape pen in prison in Russia. You better get me, man.
That's good, man.
Yeah, can't take things personally. All right, so President Joe Biden said Griner was safe and on a plane home from the United Arab Emirates. "I'm glad to say Brittany's in good spirits. She needs time and space to recover," he said at the White House. Viktor Bout, widely known as the Merchant of Death, has arrived back in Moscow, Russian media reports. Is it Griner or Griner? Griner. Griner was arrested at a Moscow airport in February for possessing cannabis oil and last month sent to a penal colony. Yeah. The Biden administration proposed a prisoner exchange in July, where Moscow had long sought Bout's release. The elaborate swap involved 2 private planes, bringing the pair to Abu Dhabi airports from Moscow and Washington, and then flying them home. Footage on Russian state media, apparently provided by Russian security services, showed them crossing on the tarmac with their respective teams. The Russian Foreign Ministry said in a statement, the Russian citizen has been returned to his homeland. Hours later, he spoke to his family and said he was back on Russian soil. Speaking in the Oval Office, Brittany Griner's wife, Cheryl, praised the efforts of the Biden administration in securing her release. I'm just standing here overwhelmed with emotions, she said. I thought that was her wife, you know.
Is it?
Sorry, not her wife, her mum.
Oh,
'Cause I saw a picture of her hugging Biden. He was looking straight in her eyes like he didn't have a wife. That's inappropriate.
They had to get. I heard she was. Boy, they're saying she was shooting 44% from the free.
oh wow.
That's why they done. That's why they made the trade.
it's a big deal.
Big business.
But you know what, though? I'm interested. I wonder if the Russian guy, if he's going to go back to jail in Russia or he's just free now. He's a free man now.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
free.
Just leave him free, man.
He's got to be free.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Go get his pluggers. Go get them
He'll
some
be
more
happy, though.
weapons.
Imagine the day he's having. He's having a great day.
I'm telling you.
Alright.
America needed some size, man.
I'll take this one.
Yeah, you go.
Cool. All right. So
I saw a long word. I said, nah, not me.
all right. So a luxury yacht owned by a Russian oligarch that was supposedly seized under EU sanctions mysteriously disappeared from a port on the Italian island of Sardinia this summer. So the 22-meter Adaubra, which is owned by Dmitry Mazepin, the billionaire owner of a mineral fertilizer company and the father of former Formula One driver Nikita Mazepin. The vessel, said to be worth between 700,000 euros and 1 million euros, was docked at Olbia port and seized in March when Mazepin was named on a sanctions list in the weeks following the start of the Russia invasion on Ukraine. It remained there until June, when the yacht disappeared hours before it was officially confirmed as belonging to Mazepin. A source at Sardinia's financial police squad said Mazepin knew he was on the list but managed to make the most of the period, during which we were working to establish that the boat belonged to him, as we had to investigate the chain of ownership. We were in the process of confirming the ownership when it was taken away. Police said that Mazepin hired a foreign company, which in turn hired a Sardinian captain to move the yacht away from Italy. An investigation led by Carlo Lazzari, who was the group commander at Albia's finance police, found the yacht made a stopover at the small port of Biserta in Tunisia, but its current whereabouts is unknown. Police said that Mazepin, the company involved in organising the sailing, and the captain, who claimed he did not know the ship belonged to the oligarch, each faced fines of up to 500,000 euros for illegally removing the vessel from Italy. It's the first case in Italy of a Russian with assets frozen in the country who has managed to dodge the EU sanctions. That's the end of the headlines.
All right, thank you very much. Let's get into Word and Road. All right, very sad news yesterday. Celine Dion basically put out a video on her Instagram talking about she's got a tour coming up. I think it's been cancelled before and moved and stuff, so it's had to be moved again. So she basically revealed and shared that she's been diagnosed with an incurable neurological disease, and it's called stiff person syndrome, and it literally affects 1 in a million people. There's no
Manuel
cure
wants
for
to
it.
laugh.
What you say?
Manuel wants to laugh.
This is
Because
not,
it's
this is
stiff,
fake.
you're
Yes.
childish.
When you said stiff person
You're
syndrome,
so childish.
yeah. Tell me I'm wrong.
This is not even true.
You can't even get your words out.
I'm innocent, man.
I'm sitting right opposite you, and all I saw was
Childish.
This is fake news, man.
All right. So she's basically, it's very, very, it looks so sad. Like, she looks so just sad, man. So yeah, she said she's been diagnosed with stiff person syndrome. And it's,
I say stiff person.
that's what it's called.
STIFF.
Yes, babes, yeah. Stiff person syndrome, yeah. And it's incurable. It affects 1 in a million people. That is wild. Like, obviously no one deserves to be in these things here. But imagine like something of what that's 1 in a million, and you're the one. It's mad. But yeah, so she said that apparently there's no cure for it, but then there's treatment that she can do to kind of help, like slow down the progression, and then ultimately the way it affects people, it kind of basically locks their body in like rigid positions, and then it leaves them unable to talk. Sorry, it's just my alarm for Chris Brown tickets. It leaves them unable to like walk and talk and stuff. So part of what Josh said in the video, she said, "Hello everyone, I'm sorry it's taking me so long to reach out to you. I miss you all so much." All that part. I've always been an open book. I wasn't ready to say anything, but now I am. I've been dealing with problems with my health for a long time. It has been really, really difficult for me to face my challenges and to talk about everything that I've been going through. Recently, I've been diagnosed with a very rare neurological disorder called the stiff person syndrome, which affects 1 in a million people. While we're still learning about this rare condition, we now know it's what's been causing all the spasms I've been having. And then she went on to like, she said, "It hurts me to let you know." But basically, she's meant to come to, she's got a European tour planned from February, but she won't be able to do that now. I think they've had to move back to like April or something, but she said she's not going to be in a position to be able to do that at the moment. She says, "Unfortunately, the spasms affect every aspect of my daily life, sometimes causing me difficulties when I walk, and not allowing me to use my vocal cords to sing the way I'm used to." She says she always gives 100% in her shows, but this condition is just not allowing her to do that again. Instead, for her to be able to reach her fans again, she needs to take the time to concentrate on her health and just focus on the road to recovery. And she just wants to thank everyone for their love and support. And she hopes that she can see everyone soon again. It was so sad because she broke down at the end. Yeah, when she was like, when she said, "Thank you all for your support." And she said, "I hope I can," and she was like, "Take care of yourselves." And that's when she started breaking down. And she's like, "I hope I can see you all soon again." So just sending prayers and well wishes to her. Hopefully, like this is something that she can manage that over time. I think she said she does stuff like actually I was reading a thread, right, and there's people who actually have it as well, and we're talking about the different things that they could take. Like there's different medications that helps like with the spasms, and then so it was so sad. Some other girl was saying how she can't even take the medication because she's allergic.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's mad that there's no cure for it, and even in the little treatment you have, you may not be able to do that. And one of the guys was saying how like he has to swim like 3 times a week just to kind of keep movement going, and it was very, very sad, man. Very, very, very sad. But and then they were even saying that they're hoping, because obviously Celine Dion, she's amazing, this amazing woman. Hopefully, because she's kind of brought light to this thing now, it will bring more attention to it. Maybe like more research and stuff. Yeah, and then hopefully they'll be able to find a cure for it. But it was just really, really sad, very sad. But hopefully she can get back to being herself and manage it well, and she can get back to performing how she loves to. And then my next bit of news, trigger warning. Sorry, guys. Sexual assault. So it's about one of the Backstreet Boys, Nick Carter. He's the one whose brother died the other day.
Yeah, Aaron Carter's brother.
Yeah. So he's basically been accused of raping a woman about 2 decades ago. So she was 17 at the time. And she's actually, so he allegedly raped her and gave her HPV.
What's that?
What is that?
It's a
Yeah.
It's not STI, isn't it? Isn't that what Jay Goody had? What did Jay Goody have? I can't remember, but yeah, I think it will be a STI. Yes, please. Yeah, so he apparently gave her HPV as well, and then he also threatened her, which is why she never spoke up. He basically threatened her with jail and everything, and also she's got a disability, and he used that against her. So she's got autism and cerebral palsy.
Oh wow.
And he basically said that no one will believe her. Like he basically said that. This is what she said in the court document. She said he also said he'd turn people against me because he's Nick Carter and he will wreck my life. She said that, she basically said all that stuff, that he basically just said she would go to jail and she would use it against him and all that kind of stuff. And and obviously lawyers are saying that, it's a lie and this is all meritless and blah, 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 blah. But we'll just see how it goes anyway. Because they were meant to have a Backstreet Boys musical special, and it was due to air on Wednesday, like next Wednesday. They said no, man. They said they're going to play like repeats or something, but they basically put that on pause while this is ongoing. But yeah, man, hopefully justice is served, and if he is that he did do that, he pays the dues for that. That's mad.
HPV.
Yeah.
Basically, it's the name of a very common group of viruses
Okay.
human papillomavirus, and in most people there's no symptoms apparently, but in some people it can cause genital warts.
Damn.
Yeah, or cancer. So maybe.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember. I remember there was a vaccine for it when Jay Goody had it. It was like a whole thing in school. We had to take back. I didn't take it anyway.
Yeah, actually, it says here actually you can reduce your risk of it by using condoms and stuff, but there's also a vaccine for some types of the virus.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Never heard of it before.
Yeah. But in bigger lights of news, yesterday we spoke about Whoopi Goldberg's biopic, and the people weren't really checking for it. But
They're not checking for it.
nah, not people in this room.
No, you don't want to see a young Whoopi. I like Whoopi Goldberg.
I like her. I don't know if I'd watch it though.
I would.
I think she's legendary. Though.
Come on, honestly,
not
I
who
believe
is,
that
but
she is.
I haven't
That's
seen
auntie,
her
man.
outside of
It's that.
Exact. No,
No, I've seen her other stuff actually.
She's been in loads of different.
Yeah,
But
she
she's not.
has.
She's not the person
Isn't
that
she in
like.
the colour purple?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
yes,
Classic.
yes.
And that
that's
was
it.
iconic.
Yeah, I've watched that. But like, she's not my go-to actress that inspires me.
Fair enough.
Do you get what I mean? So yeah, but it'd be cool. But one of my favorite singers though is also in the works of a biopic.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not giving me anything.
It's not.
Keyshia Cole.
That's my energy. Whoopi Goldberg, sis.
Why she got biopic?
That's what I'm saying.
First, y'all are rude.
No,
No.
not in a bad way. I mean, like,
I feel like
shouldn't
there's so
she?
many other people who should even come before.
No, but do you know what it is? You got right. Each person's got to rise up and make their own biopic.
Fair enough.
And sis is rising.
Because she knows people
There's
are
no
gonna,
queue, there's no list.
because no one's gonna do it for her.
If she dies, and we don't know.
Which is a bit telling. And it says if you have to create your
Your
own
own
biopic, I'm not gonna lie.
No, but I think it's
That's meaty.
No, I think it's best to do that because then you control your narrative. So while people might be here, when you die, people can do also. Look how many we've got about Whitney and her allegedly being a lesbian. We're tired. We've heard.
No, but then I feel like with when you're not here and other
Yeah.
people do it for you, they
Yeah.
always obviously will have like your family members and stuff as a part of the process.
Yeah, but you know she comes from a troubled home.
Who?
Keyshia
Keyshia.
Cole.
Of course, I used to watch the show with her mum
Yeah,
and
so
sister.
I don't know if I trust them people.
all of that stuff. No, I get it, but do you know what I think it is? Maybe I'm seeing it as it being premature.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like, I don't get why.
Do you know what it is? Because basically she alludes to kind of like quitting music.
Okay.
So really, yeah, do you get what I mean? So because I need to go to a Keyshia Cole concert, like dying for it. But she every now and then she always does things of like I'm done kind of thing. Like I've tapped out of music kind of thing. So I guess it does make sense for her to do it. So do you know what I mean? In terms of speaking to your premature comment, I think
if she's
it seems
actually
really
gonna
right for her.
if she's gonna sign out from music, then fair enough. But if
Yeah.
she's gonna do this and can still continue, then I just think it's a bit
Premature, yeah.
premature.
I mean, but what do you think? Actually, no, I'm not God. I don't know what's to come for anyone's career. But do you get what I mean? But
I mean,
she's like a rising star.
I think she's kind of had her moment.
Time.
Yeah,
Do you know
like
what I'm
no,
saying?
100%.
Who's a rising star?
I said it's not like she is a rising star.
Oh, I was gonna
So
say.
like she's done her time. So maybe
Yeah,
this is
of
her story.
course.
She can really put a pen to it. But yeah, it's really cool. And obviously her mum passed away earlier this year as well. So the person
Her mum
playing
passed
her
away?
mum. Say again?
Keyshia Cole's mum passed away.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, earlier this year. Yeah, Frankie. So Debbie Morgan though will be playing her mum. When you see her, you know her. We know what she's
I
like.
was gonna say.
Yeah, when you see her, you know what she's always in. She's like a Tyler Perry actress. But anyway, yeah. So her biopic is in the works. I will definitely be watching that though because I really like Keyshia Cole. I think she's been through so much. It's just
Dimples.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but she's. I'm thinking about what's it called?
She's in
Love and
Love and Basketball. Yeah,
The
yeah.
mum.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's gonna be playing her. She's gonna be playing Frankie, her mum.
Do you know what's really annoying? Yeah. Do you know whose mum I have stuck in my head? Jim
Yeah.
Jones's mum. Don't ask me why.
You know what?
Let me see.
There's three legendary mums:
Mama D.
Frankie, Mama D,
No, you gotta say
and Jim Jones' mum.
Yeah.
whose mum is the one? Mendice's mum.
Oh, she ain't that bad.
Nah, she ain't
that bad.
legend.
No, she's not.
Oh, I thought you meant like. Oh, I thought you meant something else.
Go on.
I thought you meant like interesting,
As in,
character
like-
looking thing.
Oh no, I ain't talking about
Oh,
looks.
no, yeah, now I've
I'm
got-
talking
no,
Not
about
look,
like
but I meant like in terms of like craziness.
Yeah. Do you know what?
kind of like kind of like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But his mum never had a long run. It was just like
Oh,
This
yeah,
is-
okay, I get what you
no,
mean,
it's, you're right. Because when basically, I just kept thinking of Jim Jones's mom, like
yeah.
Was she on the She was, wasn't she? Yeah.
Remember the
Psychotic,
so, bitch.
What?
She's a interesting.
Mama Jones, you
I'm
know.
a psychotic.
But I do
bitch.
think Mama D's. up
Mama D
there,
is
though.
funny, man.
Mama
Yeah, Mama
D
D's up
is
there still.
literally.
I'll
up
never
there.
forget when she spelled bitch wrong. And she's
in-
like, she's
in
a
that order,
BICTH. She's a bitch. It's like, ma'am.
Yeah.
No, that's not it. Mama D's
In that
she's
order,
jokes, man.
In that order,
Yes,
in
that wasn't
order,
true.
In that, no.
That was
Mama
June.
D's the goat, man.
No, she's a character. She's an absolute character. But yeah, guys, short and sweet for me today. Let's get into the People's Journal.
And yeah, we did talk about the German coup that happened. I think we did it yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Who?
All right, welcome to the People's Journal. I'll give you the news from an economics point of view. So the first thing, RAC basically have come out to say the average price of petrol and diesel fell 6p per litre last month. And all the time that you're not seeing those differences at the pump, blame the supermarkets.
Do you know what? I got petrol yesterday. Was it 152.9 or something, or 151.9? I thought it was a sale. Give me Black Friday. I was very excited. I was paying like 170 something last week.
How? For
Okay.
petrol?
Yeah.
Petrol
Maybe
in
the
your area
170
is
something.
Your petrol in your area
Well,
is expensive.
how much
Petrol
you
So,
paying?
well, no, it was like
Yeah.
162 or
How
something.
much you paying?
Like, mine's been in the 150s for a minute.
Really?
Yeah, my
no.
area.
Wait, what station?
Right near my house is a BP, and then I'll go to Costco.
BP.
BP's 160 something.
Not near my house.
Oh, wow. That's really good.
Yeah, literally, it's like 152.
Yeah, I've been in the 160s. for
No,
time.
I haven't paid 160 in a minute.
Wow.
Very interesting. Well, what they're saying is, whenever you see those issues around and you're thinking, why is it so high? It's because of the supermarkets. They're trying to keep the prices high.
No, they're cheeky. Because one
Yeah.
time I saw the sign, how can I, in the second it took me to drive in, get to the pump, it's a different price. I said, y'all are
It's terrible, man.
thieves.
Yeah, man. They basically said the average price of petrol and diesel, like I said, fell by 6p a litre in November, but reductions at the country's forecourts should have been at least twice that. So the reason why is because they're buying wholesale. They're getting everything wholesale price, right? And so petrol and diesel should have been 14 or 15p lower than what it is currently. So the 150 should be down to like 135, basically.
Oh, is it?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's a big difference.
Very big difference, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. The government is so silly because don't they have anything in place to make sure that these things are done?
But it's independent businesses.
In this
so
cost of living crisis.
I'm not sure they can. But yeah, man. They basically said, like I said, Asda, Morrison's, Tesco, Sainsbury's, all of them guys there are basically enjoying profit margins of more than 20p per litre. So, which is crazy, isn't it? Especially, like you say, considering the situation that we're in, innit? But yeah, the next thing is the cost of living with regards to the house prices. I mentioned this before, but it's a bit of an update, and it's from Halifax this time. And what they're saying is UK prices saw the biggest drop ever in 14 years. So they fell 2.3%, which is, at the moment, they're saying reflecting some volatility in the markets. It's not like you should just jump in, because obviously it could just fly back up again. Innit? But what they're basically saying is that drop is quite significant, man. And again, it's not happened in 14 years, which would be back to when we had the crisis. So November is pretty much the third month in a row during which the prices have fallen, which has also made potential buyers say, you know what, I don't want to sign a dotted line just yet, because obviously it may be lower next week or you know what I'm saying, next month. And that's delayed a lot of purchases. The average UK house price now in November is £285,579. And like I mentioned before, many times, the annual rate of growth in the property prices now dropped from 8.2% to 4.7%. And all of these things are affecting the market, stuff like higher mortgage rates, economic uncertainty, and the rising cost of living. And obviously, as we know, there has been nothing really that really shows that the cost of living is gonna be gone anytime soon, innit? I mentioned before about this energy cap that Jeremy Hunt and Sunak brought into play from April and stuff. They extended it for a year, but again, once that cap is gone, if nothing's put in place, if inflation hasn't dropped enough, then I feel like we're just going to get another crisis, pretty much. And linked to that also, Jeremy Hunt is basically urging banks to kind of help people with their mortgages. Basically saying, don't just keep the prices high. There are people who are struggling. You remember during COVID, there was, what's it called? You know when you know when there's like you can take a break from your loan. paying
Oh
your
yeah,
loans.
yeah.
What's the thing you called?
Like a loan break.
Payment holiday.
That's it.
Yeah,
Payment holiday. Yeah. So I think he's not fully saying they should do that necessarily, but what he is basically saying, try and put certain things in place to kind of support those who are struggling to pay their mortgages. Because otherwise, you guys are just going to benefit. If someone just stops paying their mortgages, their mortgage payment, obviously you guys are in a good position to just take the house from them. Don't do that, basically, because it's likely there will be a lot of people during this time who won't be able to pay their mortgages. Also, Mick Lynch, who's the guy, we've kind of spoke about him a few times. Well, I've kind of mentioned his name in passing, but he's the leader of the RMT union, right? So all these train strikes and stuff like this, right? He's basically saying because pretty much a lot of people are basically finding him annoying now, right? Because of the fact that he's still pushing for strikes. But what he's saying is, this is because of the government. The government is basically stopping all the negotiations that the union want to have with companies. The strikes that will that will force the company's hands, actually sit at the table. The government is bailing them out, and also doing certain things to kind of block those negotiations, right? So yeah, there was a couple of instances where he was talking about how they were meant to sit down at a table with a particular company. Let's just say tomorrow, all of a sudden, something just happened and they've cancelled. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, he's found out from certain sources that the government is behind it. So yeah, man. Also, Royal Mail workers are basically about to start their strike again as well. They started a wave of strikes before, I believe, but they're about to start today. Yeah, so on the 9th, 11th, 14th, 15th, 23rd, and 24th. So again, if you don't get your post, this is the reason why. Also, they were also trying to get into a situation where they didn't want to be posting your post basically on Saturdays anymore. So they wanted to negotiate that, right? Obviously, nothing's really come from that yet. But in terms of the whole striking and stuff, like I said, it's going to be on the 9th, 11th, 14th, 15th, 23rd, and the 24th. And the last thing I want to talk about is the US are basically trying to block Microsoft's acquisition of is it Activision Blizzard? So basically, this their games situation. Basically, they make all these games, right? And let me get the exact amount. $69 billion. Yeah, so the company's basically saying they want to fight to complete that particular deal, but the US is entering into a legal battle with Microsoft to block its plan from purchasing the gaming firm because of certain titles such as Call of Duty. So I know a lot of people in here like Call of Duty. Right? You like Call of Duty, innit?
I used to, but I'm not good at it anymore, so I don't like it.
Not fair. That's the point.
But yeah, so I'm not too sure about some of the reasons for certain things, but basically, so I need to look into it a bit more. But what they're basically saying is there's certain things in play, and the government doesn't want that particular acquisition to take place. Long story short, that company, they're responsible for Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Overwatch, Candy Crush. So they're a huge company.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, Microsoft want to take over in the $69 billion deal, but the government are not having it, man. But yeah, I'll give more information that when I find out. But yeah, that's it for the People's Journal.
Nice. Let's get into a juicy part. Let's get into, sis, what would you do? Like everyone addressing themselves, love it.
Okay, so good morning, girls.
That's right.
Absolutely love the show. I listen to it every morning now since my best friend put me onto it 7 weeks ago. I thought I'd try it and send this dilemma of mine, though, to see what the temperature of the room is saying. So basically, I just got married last year to a great guy. But before we even got together 4 years ago, I had a fan of mine sending me money every time I tweeted that I needed something. I'd just see a bit of money drop into my Cash App. Bear in mind, I had never met this guy in my life, and the money that was sent would be in response to small things like concert tickets. Anyway, it escalated a little when I said I had wanted to go to Afro Nation, but I couldn't afford it. I then got a DM from an account, and the message said, "I'm your secret donor. I'd love to send you to your holiday destination, princess, but I'd love for you to send me a picture of a couple shoes you'll be packing on this trip." I replied by asking him what he meant, and he said, I'd like to see a picture of the shoes you'll be wearing to Afro Nation. I sent him the pictures. He sent me £2,000 and told me if it didn't cover the cost to let him know. Ladies, I went to Afro Nation and I had the best time. For the last 4 years, we've had this arrangement all the way through dating. I see dating as nothing until there's a ring on my finger. Anyway, back to my dilemma. I'm married now and I mentioned that I just had passed...
Okay.
Girl. I'm married now and I mentioned that I had just passed my driving test and I was saving up for a car. He's in my DMs asking me for pictures of the feet that I will be using to walk into the car dealership with. Should I send the pictures? Should I tell my husband? Should I even be second guessing this? I know what comes right after I send the pictures. Love you guys and I'm interested in what your take on this is. Ma'am,
This is juicy.
you got yourself a
sponsor.
A sponsor. I ain't mad. Damn. I mean, you're married now, though. I don't know. I mean, for me, personally, once I get married, if I had a sponsor, I'd have to cut it. I just think it wouldn't be right, to be honest. But you can tell your husband, though, because your husband your husband actually might find it funny, and be like, babe, get him to buy you the car.
Yeah.
We'll both ride it together.
Yeah.
Zoom, zoom.
I can't lie. I think that's what I would do. I wouldn't cut off straight away. I would mention. I'll gauge the temperature of my mains.
Yeah.
And then move
go from
accordingly.
I know. Listen, okay. Youth, if your missus said to you, "Oh, babe, basically over the last 4 years, I've had this like guy who's been sponsoring me.
Yeah.
I've never met him before.
Yeah.
Like he just has a fetish for feet. I'm assuming because he always asks for
shoes and
Yeah,
he always
the
asks for-
first request was that was feet, not just because he said shoes.
But that was shoes. Yeah. He upped the level now because it's a car. For Afro Nation, he said, "Show me the shoes you're packing."
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll just be like, this is what's been going on. I ain't ever met him. I have never met him. I don't know what I don't think she even knows what he
She
looks
can
like.
show you receipts. That
Yeah,
this
like
is what
you know
it
what I mean.
is.
This is the situation. Yeah. He just seems to be really fond of me.
Yeah.
This is what's been going on.
Yeah.
Would that put you off her?
I'll say, babes, tweet that you're trying to buy a house and that you're
See what I'm
a
saying?
bit short on the mortgage payment.
Listen,
I mean, no, but that's what I'm saying. You're a smart man,
Let's get this money together.
baby.
Because if we ain't gonna, I'm not doing anything. Sorry, but I'm here for it.
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to gauge, like, because I feel like some men obviously will be like,
no, yeah.
Nah, like some people might find it distasteful, or whatever. But I know that there's some men who actually might be like, oh yeah, let's chop together.
If I'm in that situation, I hope I'm married the man who's the some minister. Let's chop together.
Knowing me, I'll be like, yeah,
We're in the bag.
let's finesse this guy, bruv.
Come on.
Let's rinse him dry.
Because clearly,
Clearly, he got it.
yeah, Mark, what you saying? Big Marks from the east side.
Yeah, no, I'll be cool, but like, what if the girls are here? What if she don't want to boss you?
There's
Where-
you
where
can't-
she's
no,
at?
no, yeah,
come
no,
on.
you have to boss me. You can't be because we're in a relationship now, isn't it? It's different.
We
Oh,
married.
sorry.
You can use the car.
Like while you were
I'm not giving
dating,
you the cash.
cool, you were dating, you were collecting the money for free. Now that we're the actual official item, we gotta go 50-50 on that.
Okay, you're moving mad.
Let me be a
Is it
manager.
your feet?
Yeah, there was.
You better put your pinky in the picture then.
Let me
No,
be
he's
your
right. It's got
manager.
to be 50-50 moving
not
forward.
50-50.
Once you
Yeah.
told me it has to be 50-50 moving forward.
It has
Or
to.
there's a problem there.
It has to.
There's an
Guess
issue.
what?
50-50.
I ain't telling you now I'm keeping 100%. Look at that. What kind of maths is going on here?
No, the thing
50-50
is,
though.
Then do that and risk your relationship.
I'm not gonna lie.
50-50.
I get why you're saying. I think 50-50 is a stretch.
It's a massive
But-
stretch.
It's
But-
us. It's we're in this together. You
Yeah.
had a sponsor. Now we got a sponsor. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. We got a sponsor now.
Do you know
And
what
if,
do you know what
if
comes
that's
back
not
to?
your mindset, then you and your sponsor go and be happy.
Do you know what comes back to? My initial message when I started this episode
What?
about men stepping their pussy game up.
Do you know
No,
what's
it's not.
interesting?
No, it's not.
50-50.
But hold on a
No, it's
minute,
not.
yeah. So
That's
if the
wild.
shoe was on the other foot and it was the other way around, yeah, and let's say it was like same situation for you, you
Yeah.
give her 50-50.
Of course, if she's going to allow me to keep my arrangement, or how else is this going to work?
Okay,
Yeah.
I hear it. Fair enough.
Like,
Fair.
how else is this going to work? Because
fair.
let's be honest with you, yeah, because it's just the only thing that's going to make it all right is the monetary gain. Anyway.
Yeah,
Fair
of
enough. You ain't doing nothing and all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's still unsavory. It's
Yeah, of course,
The
of course.
only thing that's making this all right is the fact that
I'm gonna get some
we're
too.
benefiting it.
Yeah.
You're benefiting, and now you've told me, okay, I'm guessing we're benefiting. It's teamwork. We're splitting this,
Yeah.
or what are we? Or this ain't happening.
Yeah.
Because why are we doing it?
I don't have to stick my feet in there too. I'll be like,
There are extra
Fucking out
grand
the
in
bag.
there.
You fucking out the bag.
People are like, oh, who told
You'd
you
be like, I
that?
need all the money back. Give my money back.
Give my money back. Whose feet was that? Give me back the car.
Question also, yeah. I have a question, and I'd love for you to let us know. Does he know that you're married? Obviously, you're not going to answer right now, but I mean,
you paused like she was about to say, yeah.
no, I know.
Yeah,
no.
like, I was thinking like I'll speak for her.
No, but
it
you know what I
is.
mean? Because I want to know if he knows that you're married.
Yeah, but some men, it ain't no problem. That ain't no problem.
But I think, okay, Emmanuel, what are you saying?
Same thing, you know. It's the economics.
Yeah.
Let's make that money.
All right, cool. So I guess we're all kind of saying, tell your husband, basically.
Yeah, but her husband
Yeah.
can say no, man.
and
That's
then
the problem.
see
We're not
where it goes.
If he
Yeah, but
says
we're
no-
Yeah,
going
but if he
off.
says no, then
Women are horrid. We're actually allowing this shit. We're allowing this shit. And there's girls in the chat saying about 50-50 is mad.
Can
Like,
you
it's
allowing
crazy.
what? Can you
What
imagine?
are you
What the
allowing?
fuck?
What are you allowing?
You to do
This,
this.
you
Oh,
to do
exactly.
this.
Yeah.
You're not allowing it.
Yeah.
You're
Of
consenting to it happening. You're not allowing it.
How? Because if I don't allow it, shut it down and you're not getting no money no more.
No, but I'll be honest with you. If my man says to me, "Yeah, this is the say so blah blah," then I hope you're coming into the house tomorrow with a car.
What?
What?
What's that?
No. Cool.
If I shut it down, then what?
You're telling me someone's gonna give me a free car. I'm not doing anything that's distasteful here.
To him, it
you're
is.
no. You're telling me, yeah, this is wild. I don't want you sending your feet to another man. That's fair. I can understand that. So now I have to start saving for a year for a car. You're on crack.
Okay,
you better
cool.
come in the next the day
How do you
after
feel-
with a damn car.
How do you feel if
You're ridiculous.
another woman was buying your man gifts?
Tell her to collect the gifts, babes. As long as you're not sleeping with her, you're not doing anything. For me, if you're not sleeping with her, or anything,
Yeah.
if nothing inappropriate is going
Yeah.
on, that's fine. But if I tell you she cannot buy them Yeezys, guess what I'm coming into the house with the next day?
Yeezys.
The Yeezys. I can't have you sitting there thinking I shouldn't have told you, man. I should
Yeah,
just.
but
I should just collect the
Yeezys on a car.
No, okay, a car.
You know what
Even
I
if even if it's a car, whatever it is this person was gonna give you, I can't say to you that makes me uncomfortable. Don't go forth with that. And then now you're just sitting there carless, tapping Oyster card. Nah, you're ridiculous.
Why is it your responsibility to buy him Yeezys because you're not happy with a woman buying him Yeezys?
Yeah.
Because it was free. Like he wasn't doing anything inappropriate
Esther,
to get it.
Esther, I'm telling you now, you don't have to buy him no Yeezys. She ain't buying Yeezys.
No, but this
A man,
I'm
a man,
telling you.
a man in a relationship should
Yeah.
not be accepting gifts from another woman. Just because you say that she can't give you the Yeezys doesn't mean you have to buy them. You don't need to get the Yeezys from no one.
This is great. I'm telling you guys what my situation
No,
is.
I
and
know,
what I would
I
do.
know,
So-
I know. But I'm just telling you, I'm even giving you grace. I'm saying you don't have to buy the Yeezys. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying.
For me, yeah, if something is literally harmless and I'm saying no, okay, so no, and then I'm still carless. And so say, for example, she has to save, say it was going to take her like a year to save for the car. For the next year, I'm just saving for a car because for whatever reason, you didn't want me to accept the money that was coming harm-free. I'm sorry, I'm not understanding this.
But I get that. I do
It's-
get it
there's-
though.
It's more than just the money. It's
Do you know what it is? Yeah, I think I'm seeing it as a man.
yeah.
You're like not degrading your partner, but
Yeah.
it's like basically it's essentially saying I
Being
can't
pimped.
give this. Yeah, I can't. I'm basic because I can't give this to you.
Yeah.
Like okay, if I was a guy,
Yeah.
and I had the means to buy you a car,
Yeah.
I'd buy you the car, innit?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if I can't, and you're accepting a car from another guy, that's
Yeah.
gonna make me feel some
yeah.
type
Like,
of way.
the thing is, obviously, we were talking before about the 50-50, but let's look at it from another perspective, right? I don't want no man buying my woman
A car.
anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just keep it a buck. Yeah, certain situations I might be like, yeah, let's get the money off him, whatever. But if you're looking from another perspective, do I want
Yeah.
another man buy my woman stuff? No. It doesn't mean that because this man was going to buy her a car doesn't mean I have to buy it. If I ain't got it, I ain't got it. I don't want to hear, but this stranger was going to buy me a car, now you have to. Fuck off. What type of rubbish is that?
Yeah, user in the chat are chatting nonsense as well, man. And this is bullshit. And I'm saying, yeah, nobody should be buying. No other people should be buying your partner
Yeah,
gifts.
facts.
Even me, no guy
Facts.
shouldn't be running around buying me gifts and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. So where, like I'm saying, I am using the word allowing it. I am allowing this for a reason. You get what I'm trying to say? There's monetary gain. Yeah, it's got to be for both of us. We both care about the money.
Yeah.
Why I'm saying it's 50-50 because that way it just dispels all the problems
Yeah,
and we
I hear
understand
you.
what we're doing. You can't be trying to break me off like your little sugar daddy gave you a bag.
Exactly.
Here's 2 bills, hubby. What are you talking about?
Angry.
What are you talking about?
but it's true though.
You know, like you walk in the yard, drop off a little one. Here you go. I got 2 racks today. I got 2 racks today,
No,
babe.
man,
Now, what the
stop
fuck are you
it.
talking about? You're gonna mash up everything. The only way this is gonna be safe and work is if you play the game accordingly. I come home. Here's £500. We got £1,000 today. You might not be. It's gonna make everything. It's like I don't even. You know what? For real, man. Give me a 5, man.
I'll hold that.
I'll hold that, man. Keep doing you, boo boo.
But yeah,
I
no.
never say you as a hubby guy.
Exactly. You don't be trying to break me off like that. It's crazy. I don't want nothing.
I said,
Because
yeah, 200 for you,
if you
Happy.
don't want to be fair, then it's cool. We could just shut it all
Shut it
down
down.
then.
Yeah.
There's no problem. I don't need the money. I'm not telling you I want this money. Let's just shut it all down and no one gets no money.
Energy.
That's what you think.
Who?
No, all of you are just.
Facts.
They're probably like, there's a lot
Yeah,
of
today,
things.
you know what? I love this for you guys, man.
I
I
love
love this for you, honestly, because you're really coming with the vim today. We love it. We love it.
Can
We
we
love it.
change? Can we change the ask,
Okay, to what?
the request, to something a bit more seedy? Because
like what?
feet is feet. You guys
Oh,
are saying what you're
pant.
saying because of feet. Yeah,
So let's say he says, "Send me what, a picture of you in your pant or
Hell no.
just a pant."
just a pant.
Yeah,
I'll
see,
go.
if
I'll
it-
go to Google and then I'll just.
No, but
find
if it
picture
was
of
a plant, yeah, like none of this is even happening.
yeah,
you know
then
what I mean?
it's
It's not
then
conversation.
it's more intimate. It's
Yes.
taking it from.
So the reason why I'm thinking the way I'm thinking is because it's feet. It's not that deep to me. Do you get me?
Yeah.
If it's anything that is like, if it's pants, if it's anything
Intimate and
intimate
sexual.
or anything personal, like body fluids, whatever it is, that's a whole different. That would not be happening anyway. I wouldn't have to even tell my husband about it because it's not happening. But for me, it's feet. Like feet is not that deep. But do you know what? I think everyone's just got different thresholds.
Yeah,
I
it's
said this
interesting
is
somebody
pimping. You
saying
didn't
that
know I was
this
a pimp,
is- this is
Stacey.
pimping.
You didn't know I was a pimp. You didn't know I practice in the arts.
But do you all see it's that?
no pimping.
I don't, but I wouldn't mind.
Because if you now say, all right, cool, we now have an agreement, right? Any money you make, you're coming back and you're handing me a piece. And then you even start saying, I don't want to work today. Go on, don't go on tweet.
Go to it.
Oh, don't. That is pimping, boy.
Yeah, I'm with it. Remember, I'm a different breed. I'm foul. Like she could
Yeah,
bust it
yeah.
open for him.
Excuse me.
I swear.
Yeah, she
I
ain't
just
even
heard you
seen
say
him.
that. Yeah, just heard you
She ain't
say
even
that.
seen him. She's never seen this nigga in her life. Of course, she could bust it open for him.
Oh, you mean bust it open in the picture?
Yeah.
That's still wayward, but I thought you meant
But
bust it.
no, wait.
I thought you meant bust it open in person.
No. She's not seeing this guy. Remember, she's not seeing this guy.
Nah, my missus ain't busting it open for no nigga.
You
That's
are
what I
gonna
said.
allow her to.
I told you I'm a
Open and yeah.
You don't listen to me every day. You're still surprised when I say things.
I'm not surprised.
Brent's like, not me, not me.
She can bust it open. Let's get this bread, baby.
I'm done. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pimping ain't easy, boy.
We gonna get it. It's hard out here for
For
a
a pimp.
pimp.
That 50-50 is so funny to me. That is
Alright,
the
so the
funniest thing I've
advice?
ever heard, man.
The advice is, sis, tell your husband and basically go from there. But again, please, if you actually do follow this through, please let us know what the end result
The
is.
result was, yeah.
And let us know if you do actually get a car, what car you end up getting. And 'cause I want to know.
And, you know, and let us know if you give him 50-50.
Yeah, I wonder what
Or if
his
you come up
budget
with a
is
better
I
figure.
know.
for the whip. I wonder
I
what
mean,
his
because he
budget
gave
is.
her £2,000 to go Afro Nation, and
Right.
you don't need £2,000 to go Afro Nation, so his money must belong.
Right.
In the sense where he don't mind, so
He don't mind. So
I don't-
please,
I don't-
can we
I don't
have
even-
some follow-ups.
the
I don't
husband
even
shouldn't
get
either.
guys like that, you know.
Say again?
I don't get guys like that who just
Oh,
give money on the internet.
I saw what's it? Is it called
It's,
a pig?
Yes, a payment.
money-
It's a pay pig.
A pay pig.
Yeah.
What's
So
It's a-
I saw it on TikTok
They
where
just like it.
there was this black girl and she was basically like she's got a pay pig and it's like a guy who like just always sends her money. It's like a fetish
Okay.
for him to send her money or go cash point and like take out money for her. So she's got a video.
Yeah.
And he just keeps going to the cash point
Oh, I
and
saw
taking
that
out
video.
and taking out money and
Yeah.
he proper gets turned on by doing
Is
it.
it?
Yeah, some men just like
Yeah.
giving you money. They just like
And she was just
To
like,
just enjoy things.
My pay pig.
Stacey can't be trusted.
Why would you
Why?
say?
She's just saying, hold your lips if your husband's like Mark. She's saying, just keep it quiet and get your bread up.
Do you know, Stacey? Stacey, do you see how I was quiet? You know what I was going to say to me? Oh, well, I'm shutting it down then. That's fine. To you, it's shut down from your angle, hon. On my angle, I am going up.
That's
thing-
betrayal and
The
deceit,
thing is, yeah,
It is what it is.
my wife cannot be collecting money from another man. The thing
is
is,
what it
if I
is.
find out, when I find out, it might be okay, cool. Let's just bust a big lick. After this lick,
out.
it's done.
It's a money house.
It's
You know
done.
what this is?
It's done. Let's be honest. My wife is not collecting money from another man. No, that's my job. I don't need another man sending my missus money. That's dead. That's dead. But once I find out, yeah, let's get a quick big lick. Then after that, it's done. Simple.
Stacey, we see each other, man. But good luck to the girl. I hope she lets us know what happens after this. It'll be interesting to know.
Very.
But yeah, let's get into our next headlines.
All right, so Iranian security forces are targeting women at anti-regime protests with shotgun fired to their faces.
What?
Yes, trigger warning. Pardon me.
You're back.
Sorry, it's not funny. It's very impressive. What?
I thought he was surprised, and I thought, wait, trigger warning. All right, so
Oh, I thought you were surprised.
yeah. You are surprised, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
What?
A shotgun to the face.
And I'm telling you, That's what they're doing. This is what I was asking was justified. But yes. All right,
You
so
set us up.
Iranian security forces are targeting women at anti-regime protests with shotgun fire to their faces, breasts, and genitals, according to interviews with medics across the country. So doctors and nurses treating demonstrators in secret to avoid arrest said that they observed the practice after noticing that women often arrived with different wounds to men, who more commonly had shotgun pellets in their legs, buttocks, and back. While an internet blackout had hidden much of the bloody crackdown on the protests, photos provided by medics to The Guardian showed devastating wounds all over their bodies from so-called birdshot pellets, which security forces have fired on people at close range. Some of the photos showed people with dozens of tiny shot balls lodged deep into their flesh. The Guardian has spoken to 10 medical professionals who warned about the seriousness of the injuries that could leave hundreds of young Iranians with permanent damage. Shots to the eyes of women, men, and children were particularly common, they said. One physician from the central Isfahan province said that he believed the authorities were targeting men and women in different ways because, as he says, they wanted to destroy the beauty of these women. That physician said, I treated a woman in her early 20s who was shot in her genitals by 2 pellets. 10 other pellets were lodged in her inner thigh. These 10 pellets were easily removed, but those 2 pellets were a challenge because they were wedged in between her urethra and vaginal opening. There was a serious risk of vaginal infection, so I asked her to go to a trusted gynecologist. She said that she was protesting when a group of 10 security agents, circled around and shot her in the genitals and thighs. Traumatized by his experience, the physician, who, like all medical professionals cited in this article, spoke on a condition of anonymity for the fear of reprisals, said that he had a hard time dealing with the stress and the pain that he witnessed. And the next headline is to do with this rise in strep A. So GP leaders have urged the government to put out clearer advice for parents about when to seek help over potential strep A infections. Professor Camilla Hawthorne of the Royal College of GPs said that many surgeries were struggling with the extra demand on top of existing pressures. The government should consider overspill services for surgeries unable to cope, she said. Since September, 15 UK children have died after invasive strep A infections. This includes the death of 1 child in Wales and 1 in Northern Ireland. However, there hasn't been any deaths confirmed in Scotland. The UK Health Security Agency figures show that there have been 47 deaths from strep A in adults in England. Most strep A infections are mild, but more severe invasive cases, which are still rare, are rising. The professor said that we do not want to discourage parents and patients who are worried about their children to seek medical attention, particularly given the current circumstances. But we do want people to see good health public messaging across the UK, making it clear to parents when they should seek help and the different care options available to them, as well as when they don't need to seek medical attention. Normally, mild strep A infections cause symptoms like a sore throat or skin infections. The bug can also cause scarlet fever with a sore throat, skin rash that feels like sandpaper, a high temperature, and a so-called strawberry tongue. Did you guys see, there was a clip on Instagram going around?
Yeah, black kid, right?
Yeah, black boy.
I was so, do you know, because when I saw it, I thought, oh, why would you put this up? But then I was glad because a lot of diseases, you don't see what it looks like on black skin.
Exactly.
And it was mad. It was proper wild.
What's that, the strep thing?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
It looks like rashes on the skin. And then that gets more intense. So then it starts to look like blisters. And then their actual hands, like the palms of their hands, starts to like peel. But it looks like blisters again. And then the tongue is like just white.
Yeah.
It's proper like,
Terrible.
what babies, man.
Yeah, man. And the last headline is to do with the weather. Again, snow and ice warnings cover much of Scotland and northern and southwestern England as parts of Wales and Northern Ireland, as a cold snap prompts fears of a weather energy crisis. Ministers said on Thursday that they were taking advice on how to protect vulnerable people from the cold after research suggested millions of households could not afford to heat their homes. Schools in Scotland were closed or delayed opening their doors as the first snow of the winter fell, so they already got snow. Forecasters issued yellow warnings that stretched into the weekend after the UK Health Security Agency issued a level 3 cold weather alert covering England from Wednesday evening through to Monday. In the Commons on Thursday, the Cabinet Office Minister, Oliver Dowden, was asked to set out how he planned to help the most vulnerable. Afzal Khan, who is a shadow justice minister but was speaking from the backbenches, said the UK's power supply is already stretched to the breaking point. with the national grid telling us that blackouts are now a very real possibility. Can the minister urgently explain to my vulnerable constituents what they should do to remain safe and warm in the event of a power blackout during freezing cold temperatures? Dowden then replied, in respect of the winter weather, the Cabinet Office is keeping a close eye on it, and indeed, I have been briefed on the situation. On the wider situation in relation to energy supply, I'm working closely with my colleague, the Business Secretary, Grant Shapps. He and I have strong confidence about the resilience of the UK power networks, and accepting a very exceptional circumstance, we are confident that we will continue to supply throughout the winter. And that's it for the headlines.
Alrighty. Well, let's get into the reaction, our sports headlines.
Wow. Welcome to the reaction. We're struggling, man. It's been a break. Football's going to resume tonight. I know Esther cares. Argentina versus Holland, Netherlands, 7
I'm
o'clock.
watching that. I'm going to have that.
It's a big game. Oh, it's Brazil today as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Brazil, Croatia
Yeah,
at 3 o'clock. It's
Okay.
it's going off. You gonna watch?
Serious now.
I might watch that, yeah.
Mm,
What you think about it?
interesting. I'll probably watch it. I'm definitely gonna watch Holland Argentina, like 100%.
Serious game.
That's yeah. You want to G with the big boys. So, but in other news, just stay true to the show and that, and just read up the headlines.
So done.
In other news, Chelsea women draw with Real Madrid. No, no one. Okay. He's like, don't be like this. Listen, I'm going to read this. I'm going to get into it. Chelsea were made to wait for qualification to the Champions League knockout stages after drawing 1-1 with Real Madrid. The Blues knew a victory would secure the place in the quarterfinals with 2 games to spare in Group A, but they fell behind before half-time when goalkeeper Anne-Catherine Berger, trying to play out from the back, gave the ball straight to Caroline Weir, and the midfielder slotted home from the edge of the box. Chelsea should have already been ahead and on course for their 12th consecutive victory after Sam Kerr hit the crossbar in just the second minute with a close-range effort and then struck a post. But Chelsea's luck in front of goal changed when Guro Ritin, who was brought down in the penalty area by Ivana in the second half, sent a spot kick off the post which rebounded off the back of the goalkeeper, Misa, and into the net. Well, and important news, no, these men want to hear about this. Arteta answers questions about Gabriel Jesus' injury. Let's see what he's going to say here. So, Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta unsure how long Gabriel Jesus will be out for after the striker underwent knee surgery following the injury with Brazil at the World Cup. Why did that kick me all the way to the top of the page? Sorry. The 25-year-old injured his right knee during Brazil's 1-0 defeat by Cameroon last Friday in their final group game. Reports have suggested Jesus could be out for up to 3 months, but the club are not putting a timescale on his return as yet, with Arteta echoing this stance on Thursday. Asked whether Jesus has a return date from Arsenal's 3-0 friendly win over Lyon in Dubai, Arteta said, "No. Obviously, we know that he needed some intervention in the knee, and we will have to take it day by day, week by week, and see where it takes us." The Gunners have striker backup in Eddie Nketiah, who scored in their win over Lyon, while Gabriel Martinelli can also play in a centre-forward role if required. Asked whether the club will be looking to sign a striker in January, Arteta responded, "Where it affects us, who we are as a team, because where it affects us is who we are as a team, because he gives us so much. So, what can we do after that? When we know a little bit of timescale and we can have him back, we will look at the options and try to make the right decision." He's trying to play it down, but do you think he's worried?
Slightly. Especially if he's thinking about potentially having to buy somebody in January.
Yeah, there's just never nobody out there in January, man. You worried, Juice?
Am I worried? A little bit worried because he's one of our best players, but I reckon we've got enough to hold it down until he gets back, and January's there, and I think we'll definitely make a couple signings, whether it's a striker or a wide player. I definitely believe that we'll sign a player that will give us goals.
Okay. Everything under control, Brent?
And Nketiah is scoring, so yeah.
Yeah.
I heard you on Filthy as well, giving us your same Jesus hate.
Did I?
Yeah, on the latest episode.
Oh, I can't remember what I said.
Yeah. You were like Papa trying to poke everyone who's an Arsenal fan. Like, no, I don't think. I'm like, look at this negative Nancy.
Well, I got one job. And I'm gonna do it. But yeah, man, that's all the
About France versus England, man.
Oh shit! Do you want to just quickly talk about that? That's tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Predictions then, guys.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I can't call this game. I can't call it. I can't call it right now. It's hard, man.
What are you leaning towards?
I think
I really right now I can't even.
I don't think England are gonna win.
I want
I'd want them to.
win. Yeah,
I want them to. I
win,
want them
but-
to, but I don't think they will.
Yeah, same. I think they might get beat. 3-1.
I think this is the time.
You think 3-1?
I think they might get beat 3-1, man. They might even score first.
Because I support the English team. You get me. When it comes to decisions like this, I always go with my heart instead of my head. So I'm not thinking logically. So I can't make a decision. So it doesn't.
It's tough.
You get what I'm trying to say? That obviously, the teams more equal, more level than people would think.
Yeah.
Like when you hear France and Mbappe, but we've got.
No, England got players.
We've got drillers
England
on our
got-
side as well. You
England
get
got
me? Obviously, Kane only just started scoring, but Kane's a big boy. He's creative as well. Foden's dope.
Yeah.
Saka's direct threat. Problem.
What I don't want is penalties. I don't want an England go out. This has penalties written all over it, man.
You're not gonna think I'm just doing my Man United shit, yeah. But I honestly want Rashford to start over Saka. Honestly, I want Foden and Rashford. I think like Saka's dope, yeah, and he is direct. He's a constant threat, yeah. He's good going forward. His attitude, and like, everything about him is good.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I can't even knock him, yeah. But I just feel like, especially in the form he's moving in this World Cup, the way it looks like, I just feel like Rashford's just more dynamic.
I don't mind.
And we need to we're just not concentrating, be pessimistic and all that, and pragmatic and be worried about what they're going to do to us. We need to concentrate on what we can do to them. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I just want Rashford on their neck from minute one. I don't why wait to try and bring it on in the second
Impact
half,
sub.
or if it's not, the impacting, if it's not making what are we doing here? Let's go for it. You get me?
Yeah.
But obviously you can get that with Saka as well, because I've been having this argument because people are telling me I'm wrong. They think Saka's, because obviously he's got 3 goals as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely does his thing, but I just honestly think, Rashford's a guy, man, and the mood that he's in, I think we need him.
No, I hear that. I don't mind. When it comes to England, I don't have an Arsenal type bias in these situations. Like whoever's the best man for the job, whether it's Rashford or Saka, plays in it.
Who do you reckon the front three should be then?
I would say also Sterling's back. I'm not sure if that makes a difference.
Yeah, I was going to say that. He might get in there.
Nah, I don't want it no more.
I'm gonna guess
He's
that
done good in the first game, whatever, but after seeing the young boys, we don't need him.
You know what it is? Gareth doesn't really change things up, really. So I'm gonna say
He sticks to what he knows,
Yeah,
innit?
he's gonna play. I reckon he's gonna play Kane, Saka, and Phil. Yeah,
I'd like that.
So I see that happening too.
yeah. I don't think we're gonna see something drastically different. Yeah, what I don't want to see is Mason Mount back in the team though.
Yeah, he's stunk the place up, innit?
Yeah,
Well, Hendo's proper anyway, so Hendo, Bellingham.
yeah. I have a feeling he'll start the same team that played against.
Who was it
Rice.
then? Hendo, Rice. Yeah.
Hendo, Bellerin, and
Rice,
Declan Rice. Yeah.
That's solid though.
Yeah.
That's solid.
Very.
How long has Bellingham been at Liverpool? Is it Liverpool, innit?
Bellingham?
Not
Liverpool.
So not Liverpool. Where's Bellingham now?
Dortmund.
Dortmund.
The mixture, the young guy. Innit?
Yeah,
He's a Dortmund, yeah.
How long has he been there for?
This might be his
think like
first season or second. This
I
might
think
be the
it's
second season.
Second season. He was at Birmingham before, innit?
Yeah.
Apparently, Birmingham retired his jersey. I mean, his number.
Is it? I don't know.
He's only 18.
He's cold though.
He's a serious player, man.
He must have battled out for them to retire his number.
He's cold though. He's 19. He looks good, man. I like tournament. I like the way the tournaments give people the stage to shine. You get me? Because I've always rated Bellingham. Always thought he was good. Seen him do his thing in Championship.
he's
Seen him
been
do
there
his Champions League.
since
But
2020.
though, these little few games here in this World Cup just seem like
Yeah.
Yeah.
everything just seems different. Like it just all come together. You get me?
If I thought as though if England beat France, Bellingham might get young player of the tournament.
Could do.
Yeah.
Could do.
I say, man, because they were saying on Filthy like, if England beat France, they should win the World Cup, basically, kind of thing. And I'm like, I mean, there's still
not
potential.
necessarily.
Portugal,
Argentina,
Brazil.
still there. Yeah.
Like, there's still.
Yeah, but remember their route, innit? Because if they win this, who do they play next? Is it
They'll have a
Portugal
play-
I think it's Brazil or Croatia, no?
Oh, is it?
Because those are. I'm not sure.
They're on our side, isn't it?
Yeah, because those are the games that I played. No.
No. Brazil will play
Spanish.
Brazil
Sorry.
will play Argentina in the
Yeah,
semis.
yeah,
if they
sorry,
get
I'm
through.
So it'll be
Cameron.
Portugal or Morocco.
Yeah.
Yes, which is not
It's not
easy games,
It's not
man.
easy. No, it's not
Yeah.
easy. But it's better than Argentina or Brazil.
Yeah.
Because I'd probably be. I'm not even gonna lie. whereas there's the history between the two teams in such a big game,
Yeah.
I'd have more confidence going into France than Morocco or Portugal. Honestly, because I feel like they would.
What,
We'll do that.
rise
We'll do that
to the
English thing and
occasion.
start trying to take people for granted and thinking you're better than you are and that, and just go and get cooked up by these youths. So like Portugal's got good talent on their team.
Yeah.
And Morocco are flying. Again,
Yeah.
they're not there for no reason.
Yeah.
That I'd probably be less confident going into them games because then it just throws up. You just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
True.
I hear that.
Yeah, it's not easy though, but I look forward to it. You are watching the games anywhere?
At home.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, at home. It's cold, man. It's cold outside.
So call the England-France game, please, Max.
Score it.
Yeah.
Call it.
Yeah.
2-1 France. Valiant effort from the boys. No shame in losing to a French side. As long as they go out there and represent themselves fine and don't shrivel up, then it'll be cool.
I think there might be shame involved, to be honest.
Do you think?
Yeah. Because you're asking yourself, can we score more than them?
Oh yes.
We could though. Our defense is probably better than theirs.
What?
Our defense is probably better than theirs.
I wouldn't say that.
What?
I said I wouldn't say that.
Upamecano's shaky, yeah. You got cuss out of Iran all the time. You don't want. Obviously, he's been
Fran's
thinking,
been playing imperious, man. We don't.
he's been playing good now. But whenever you was getting your licks in before, I've heard the Varane talk. You know what I'm trying to say? Like Upamecano's not what we thought he
I've been
was.
talking about Maguire.
Kunde's playing right back and he's not a right back, and Theo Fernandez is stinking the place up. Whereas Carl Walker's one of the best right backs in the world. Yeah, Harry Maguire and Stones are making got in exceptional form, very good strong partnership, and Luke Shaw's very solid. Like,
You don't see Luke Shaw as a weak link.
nah, I
I
don't.
see Maguire as a weak link.
But
Where would you see that? And he hasn't showed it.
Is Maguire that bad though?
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Against France.
So, yeah.
Nah,
Against France. Maguire.
nah, he's
Top
England's
form,
best.
yeah?
He's England's best defender, bro.
All right, cool.
All right, we'll wait Monday morning, innit?
Because you know Maguire gets a lot of flack, man. But I don't think it's as bad as what everyone's saying. You know.
For United, he deserves it. In the England shop,
Yeah,
in the England
I think-
top, you can't talk to him, man.
I think for England
Yeah,
he plays
England,
well. For
yeah.
United, yeah, he stinks up the show, man.
Yeah, he deserves it all for United, but you can't talk to him in the England top. He's definitely the best defender. So,
All right, 2-1 France, yeah?
yeah, or if it goes to penalties, I think we lose.
I pray there's no penalties, man. Because penalties don't go in England's favour. And I don't need Saka missing another penny or...
Yeah, I just don't want to. I just don't want to go through all of it. I just don't even want to dream because honestly, it's right. Like because if we beat France and we go through, then I don't. If we don't win it, what are we doing? I'm done after this. That needs to be the next step. Can't get to another final or like you get what I'm saying.
Can't be done after this, man.
No, I'm never gonna be done. But
Can't. But who would you want to replace Southgate with? Or would you have him again?
I'd have Southgate again.
Yeah.
He's been my best manager of my lifetime. I got no problems with Southgate, especially if he does good in this tournament again. It's just like I don't know. Change it for what? Where do you go?
All right, so if you were the manager from the top, what team would you have played for the last 3 games?
If I was the manager,
Yeah. Do you think that he had been a bit defensive minded? Any point in time? A
nah.
bit too pessimistic?
No, not really, because he's got the systems in it. So when he's really defensive minded, if he was really being defensive minded, he would have played with a 3 at the back, and he hasn't done that once.
How would you have played against USA? How would you have line everybody up?
I don't think it was a selection. I think it was their. I think it was just a bad. I don't know if they were scared or nervous. I think it was a bad performance. I'd probably put that more on the individuals. I don't think the gaffer told them to go out there and do that shit because you want to win games. You know what I'm trying to say? You don't tell them to go out there and play like idiots. I watch these men play every week. I know they can play football. You get me? And it was just too tepid. And it was just too. It wasn't good. But I wouldn't blame that. I wouldn't blame it on the
chosen
gaffer.
for that game?
Huh?
Was Mount chosen for that game?
Mount started the first. Was that in the first 2?
I'm asking you.
I can't remember the lineup. But it would have been. But Mount weren't good.
Yeah,
but Mount's been good. But
Mount started the first 2, I believe.
what are you onto him for a selection of Mount? He stuck with it. As soon as he got rid of him.
I don't want Chelsea. What does
Mount
bring to the
isn't
game?
Mount
What does he
isn't
bring to the game?
Mount's not
Mount's
defensive player.
good.
What does he bring to the game?
Everything.
Serious.
Yeah, Mount's good. He's not.
Everybody that's there in his position. He's the best.
He's not in good form in this tournament at the minute.
Yeah.
But Mount's good.
Okay.
Yeah, Mount's good. Or why would he even be in the England squad?
Yeah, no, Mount isn't
Maguire's
shit.
there.
Maguire's
Maguire-
England's best defender. You keep saying
I'm
this.
just responding to that question.
Oh, cool. But yeah, the best player in this position is there. That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Whenever I see him play, I don't know why he gets the choice over Foden. I never understand it.
They play Foden more out on the wing. Mount. Then again, they play Mount all over the place as well. Yeah, I hear you. But you know what it was? Yeah, at their times in the career when he was coming along, output's big. Like technical ability and level, like Foden's probably one of our best players, probably the best player we got like that, regardless. Yeah, but Mason was doing it when it counts. You know what I'm trying to say? Like goals, assists, like input in the team. Like you're getting tangible stuff from him. Like he was doing it. So he's earned his place in the team. Don't you think?
I don't know. I don't see what you see in him. I don't watch Chelsea, so I wouldn't know.
See, I don't understand football fans like that because how do you have the cheek to form opinions on people if you don't watch them?
Just based on what I've seen from England. I never told you I watch all these football games. You've asked me this before. I said I watch Arsenal.
Yeah, for real.
And if it's like a big game I ain't got nothing doing, then I might watch another team, but I don't support these other teams.
Yeah, but I like football. I'd watch fucking Brighton Crystal Palace.
And can you form an opinion on the Brazilian players if it is that you don't follow them and their careers? I'm watching how they play football, right? And I'm just basing it on how I'm seeing them playing. When I see Mount playing, especially these last games that he's played, I don't understand why he's getting Christopher Foden.
No, you make a good point, and I can't even argue it because he's been stinking the place up. Like he's been absolutely stinking the place up. So for someone to not watch him and see that's your only. You get what I'm trying to say? So I can't knock your opinion, but he addressed it. He's not there. He's not going to start next game either.
Yeah, Foden's talented, man.
Yeah, no, Foden's cold. Foden's actually very, very cold. He's probably our best player. What do you think?
Best player?
Like ability, like technically ability, like that. Yeah, if not Harry Kane, then. But no, I think it's Foden.
I wouldn't say
Kane.
I think it's Foden.
The thing is, though,
When you talk about, because I'm not talking about like the touch on like that. You see this guy's striking ability. Yeah, it is a technique. You know what I'm trying to say? Like his striking ability, is through the roof. Not just his striking ability, his passing ability. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and what he's got in between here. Like, technically, he is up there. He's got every single finish in the world.
Yeah, I'll say in regards to tech, I'll say Phil.
Yeah, it might be Foden, isn't it?
Yeah,
yeah, man. Guy's a different level, man. Different gravy.
And he's still young as well, so he still has a lot of room to improve, which is scary.
Not to take the conversation, left, but I just want to ask you, who would you say is the best left back Premiership ever?
Ever?
Maybe Ashley Cole, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we'd have to go Ashley. If I was picking my all-time Prem team, Ashley gets the left back spot, hands down.
Okay, cool.
Okay. You know, we won more with Chelsea, innit? I'm just letting you know because I don't know if that was like I don't know if you was having an Arsenal moment or what.
No. I was just trying to see if you would say that. Because
You can't just say ever.
No, definitely not ever.
It's not definitely not. You can't say that.
Let me even check what Ashley Cole won.
He's definitely not like better than Cole. Ever was solid.
Yeah, but when you say
Cole.
so so give me a top three.
Cole, Winterburn.
Man said Lee Dixon. Fucking who's the one that played for United?
Irwin,
that's
Irwin.
it. Dennis
was
Irwin.
Oh man.
Irwin was good. Left backs.
Ashley Cole won 2 Prems at Arsenal and only 1 Prem at Chelsea.
Yeah, but he won the Champions League at Chelsea.
I know, but I'm talking about Prems.
But he must have won more FAs at
And
Arsenal,
he won 4 FA Cups at Chelsea and 3 at Arsenal.
Serious?
Yeah, he won a lot, bro.
Wow.
In terms of Prem, like he's won a lot, bro.
Yeah, he's a big boy, man.
Yeah.
Cold, extremely. But Evra might have to be number 2. I don't know if that's just my Man United head. Have you got anybody else to throw in the
I
ring?
don't think.
Someone said Leighton Baines.
Nah, Leighton Baines was
He was
good.
good, he was good.
His prime was cut short because of injuries, man.
He was very good. I liked Baines, but
Yeah.
no.
Gina, who's the best left back in this football? Oh yeah,
Oh, Nico, I knew this was gonna come
I
up.
forgot. So Gina is an officially an Arsenal fan now.
Yeah, I
Why?
got
She got what's the word at the beginning? Is it
Okay.
inaugurated?
Initiated.
Initiated the other day.
She's Arsenal fan still.
Oh, serious?
Officially, yeah.
Do you want to do the song?
Nah.
Oh, you're too shy.
No,
yeah.
you do it.
I don't remember it. I just know when I come in. You
How did
lead.
it happen?
You dating an Arsenal fan?
No.
That's gonna be
No, basically, I said how I'm gonna start watching football because I'm actually enjoying like the World Cup and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And so you just like, if you had to support a team, who do you support?
Yeah.
Then he started asking me about people around me and who they support, and everyone around me generally supports Arsenal.
Yeah.
So he was
Yeah.
like by default,
Yeah, so
you have to.
I asked her a set of questions to help. So I said, who does your... her sister was here, supports
Yeah.
Arsenal. Her brother supports Arsenal. One of her ex used to play for Arsenal. A lot of her male friends support Arsenal. So I was
It's
like,
just-
it's a
it's
no-brainer.
simple.
It's a no-brainer.
Yes, sir. So here we are.
I feel sorry for you, man.
Don't, because she's coming in at the right time as well. She's coming in when we're, you know what I
On
mean?
form.
You're up.
So in her lifetime, she might know nothing but success.
Success.
What a great place to be.
You know what I mean? Unlike Man United supporters.
I heard that. I caught that. It's a bit chilly.
Just a little bit.
Someone said Andre Santos, you know, he was the worst.
All right, well, let's get into the Out Ere. I ain't even got nothing to say for this week's Out Ere, man. It's Friday. I'm ready to go home. I just want to piss off Gina. I don't know if it works like that. Hopefully it does, because it worked on me when I saw it and just made me annoyed. Hey, Brent, can you play the video of the baggage handlers?
Okay.
Please let these people see what these men are doing with your stuff. This is what's going to be happening on the way to... Where you going, Ghana?
Oh, you
Why do you say it like that?
Ghana.
Dickhead.
Ghana.
Right,
say
he's
it
got
like
no
that.
respect, bro.
Ghana.
Can they see it, Brent?
Wait a minute.
I saw this, yeah, and this is why my laptop stays in my hand luggage and thing. You get
Oh,
me?
but your laptop should
Oh
always
yeah,
stay in your
laptop
hand.
never
luggage
in
anyway,
your
though.
in your boarding luggage.
Yeah,
Even like
You're
makeup,
traveling
like
to Nigeria, you
valuables.
you're not bringing over illegal food and thing, just pure broken jam in there. Can you see what they do to the people that was things?
Is it on the screen?
Do you know what's crazy? I'm watching the YouTube like I
can't see
can't,
it.
like I don't have access here.
Is there?
Other things in my
That's what I'm
mind.
doing. I'm watching, waiting for it to come up.
I'm going for it.
I have the luxury to be able to see it on Brent's screen.
I can't see.
I was going through and I was looking at this, yeah, and it just annoyed me. And I'm saying like,
The thing is, why would you do that? You don't even have to do that though. You don't have to be throwing it there. Just put it down nicely.
Yeah, it's not.
bruv,
But you know how you can
the
tell?
bags, yeah.
Like, he's
You know how you
angry.
can tell though, because even like sometimes it's like you see dents in your suitcase.
Yeah.
This dent wasn't here when I bought the suitcase.
Oh, yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah.
Or like my wheels are not working properly
Oh, yeah,
anymore
yeah.
because you've dashed
Yeah.
it. Like you lot take the mick.
Bro,
Yeah.
my man's dashed this year. One of the bags didn't hit the conveyor belt, like it's
Bounced back
it's
off.
dropped off the side, yeah. And no one's gone.
No. That was intentional. Man, done the body sleep like this.
Oh, wait, now I
Yeah, that was mad.
That was the day Rishi Sunak won.
Yeah, I don't get why you're throwing stuff so hard.
Obviously, something's happened.
This guy. Look at
Oh
this guy.
no, the one where you look
Yeah,
at.
he
Yeah.
understand it.
It's not right.
No, they're vexed.
Why am I even
They're
laughing?
vexed at something.
Yeah.
I'm traveling this weekend.
Are you traveling?
Yeah.
Good. That should have known you. Just let you know that this is what's going on with your things. Anybody in the chat that's traveling as well, I just want you to know that this is
No, but
how
Brent, if you're
they're
traveling-
dealing
No.
with your luggage.
You're
no,
taking
no,
a short
no.
trip, so just take a hand
Nah,
luggage.
I have equipment.
No, they're
Oh.
actually taking it.
equipment. Brent's
Yeah,
finished.
camera
You better put your equipment in you're gonna leave your equipment in there.
Boy,
Can I be honest?
I'm gonna walk with this video in my hand, innit?
Nothing valuable goes in my main suitcase anyway. My mum's already taught me, so I always put my like valuables and stuff in my hand luggage.
Okay.
Brent,
know what I mean?
I'm
Even
telling
makeup.
you, put your equipment in your hand luggage somehow, man.
Nah,
goodness.
for someone to be, someone
You're
to
gonna
be
put your
slam-
equipment in a
slam
big
dunk in my
luggage?
Nah, after seeing
suitcase.
that, man.
Good.
Even
That's
before
what-
seeing that, I'm not putting my camera equipment in and giving it to them.
bro.
Thing is, I have like a Pelican case in it.
Yeah.
So it could be thrown off a cliff and it still wouldn't like dent it. But
Oh, okay.
this is mad.
Let me see him. Them man, they're not even gone for the ones that didn't make the conveyor belt. So it's fell off behind the conveyor belt, but they're not gone for it. So
No, that one is so offensive. So offensive.
why did he choke something like that?
This is what I'm saying. You want to be choked slamming my bag?
Brent's right. This had to be the day after Rishi took.
To actually, we
A
should
lie?
want it.
Yeah, no. So something for him to pick up and slam it like that, something happened. For sure. You don't do that for no reason. That's madness.
Who's traveling, man? I told you that, man. These are. I think I just wanted to piss people off because when I saw it, when I saw it, yeah, it wound me up, and I just come back from traveling, and I only had hand luggage.
Yeah.
They didn't even get my stuff. You get me? And it pissed me off. I'm like, nah, man. People are really, really horrid. You're just doing the people them things for no reason. You can't trust no one, man.
No.
At all.
So Brent, I don't know what you're gonna do, man.
Yeah.
It didn't work. Gina don't care because she didn't put nothing valuable in there. But Brent, you got
No,
got
but
equipment.
even it's not even a case of the valuables. It's like I want my suitcase in like a decent piece. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to see bare dents and scratches and stuff because you've decided to like play sports
No, I'm here for
with my bag. Like why? It's rude.
Yeah, that is crazy, man. I don't know why they done that. Definitely, I think they're gonna get sacked.
Oh, they're different.
Also, what type of recording?
Yeah, they've
is
been
that?
sacked. Yeah.
Is that like
Someone's phone.
someone's
right?
phone was placed on purpose?
Yeah. Maybe it was one of their colleagues who knew full well what they were doing was mad.
Yeah.
He set it up and it's like, I'll catch
Yeah.
you this time. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the logic was behind that, but I just wanted the opportunity to show you that. Hope it triggered a few of you out there.
Definitely triggered.
It's crazy.
That's rude, man. These people ain't got no respect, man. But anyway, they're done at air. I just checked. They've been sacked. So
Oh, is it? Yeah.
you ain't got to worry.
Thank you, Jesus.
Your stuff might be safe. You just better hope there's no copycats out there. You get what I'm trying to say? There's no copycats out there because you know that kind of stuff be happening. But the moral of that story is look after your luggage, man. And I hope Gina's bag's going to be all right. And I hope
So
Brent's
do
bag's
I.
going to be all right.
Thanks.
With that being said, we can get into our outro.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for a great show. We appreciate you guys. Big up the live crew. Always tuning in. I'll tell you guys everything I can tell you, and then I'm going to tell you different bomb on you. But yeah, so thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. Do like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 3K. Let's make it happen. Follow us on our social media platforms the day after TNB. Comment, like, share the video, do all that great stuff. We are on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. If you'd like to send a voice note in or text for asking for a friend, sis, what would you do? The number is 075 6484 1073. If you'd like to make recommendations of topics to talk about, guess what you got to do? You got to join the community. And that is community.thenewblack.com. It's basically our own, it's like a social media platform, basically. Join the community, share, there's always good stuff being shared on there. If you'd like to inquire about the show or feature on the show, email the team the day after at thenewblack.com. I unfortunately have sad news for you guys. How is it to start job rejection emails? It is with regrets that I inform you guys that we will not be here on Monday.
Oh, god damn.
Because you lot are playing with the likes. You don't want to like the video. It's ridiculous. So we're having to take drastic measures. In the words of Marx, we're having to take disciplinary action. I'm playing. Yeah, we're not going to be here on Monday, man. Like the videos. Share the videos. We might think about it. May see you on Monday. May not. But I guess you've got to do your part and then we'll see if we're appeased enough to...
Yeah, this is why Emmanuel was kind of teeing up the whole war thing.
Yeah, man, we were... You guys didn't even know. You've been set up. It's been a whole setup the whole time. But have a great weekend and we'll let you know what day next week we're going to see you.
Stacey said I thought he was putting a Deion Sanders on us, you know.
What BBC called. But yeah, guys, have a great weekend. Bye.
Peace.